Hello and welcome to the ADLR Podcast. This week it goes downhill from here. Haha, we'll exit the Gungeon, and also I have nothing else. Please roll the cue. What's up, Javi? You trying to be on the podcast, dude? You have a camera, because I know you do.
JoJo.
Oh, John said I wouldn't mind falling down a flight of stairs. Okay.
Who wouldn't?
I would mind that. That would hurt a lot.
I'm too stinky.
You don't have to be stinky. What do you mean stinky? You just upload your voice and video. Stinky doesn't. We don't have 4D cameras. Okay.
Put me in.
You may not have 4D cameras.
Johan, you're in, dude. Next time, make sure you get your camera ready and your mic ready. Oh, your computer came with the smell. Still not relevant to uploading video and audio.
Not with that attitude.
I would, but I'm unprepared and frankly uninterested. Oh shit. I don't know, that line was really good.
Yeah.
That might be from something. Either way. ADLR Podcast, episode 90. What did I say when I started? Did I say 90 or did I say 89?
I don't know.
Yes.
Shit. I'm at 90. Anyways, I'm joined by WyrdTv here.
What's up?
We got Bryant on the top right. And Randall on the phone again. Don't look at me, Randall. Everyone's watching you on the phone, bro. Like, your phone's in the frame.
Everyone's watching?
Everyone. People on CNN watching. Fox News, they're all watching it.
I pulled up Anthony's stream. I usually just have the chat just so I can see you and you're on your phone.
Jesus, bro. I was gonna say Brian. It was Brian. I was gonna say Brian, to be honest, because everyone just gets tide alert. Every time I see anyone faces but my own, this tide alert.
It's a tide ad.
No, tight, not tide.
Oh.
It's a tide ad.
Jesus. We're gonna have a Zordon minute later on in the fan mail section, so
Randall, when are you gonna host?
You're beating a dead horse at that point.
The better question is, Randall, what's your answer to the question?
Ooh, that's true. From last week. Do you remember the question from last week?
I'm gonna stick with Ninja Scroll.
Okay. So
I'm proud of you for remembering.
Yeah. For people who are just listening to this episode and have no idea what the question last week was what's your favorite anime? And he didn't have an answer last week, so now he has an answer this week. When's Cute Ting's gonna host? They're hosting now. Zordon again asking Zordon, like, you love habitually just not following the directions here. Do we live together? Yes. Stop asking. We have the fan mail system. You already have a block of this episode. Now looking at the doc here. Let me move this over. All right. Ooh, it's fucking bright, dude.
That's good.
No, that's too bright, bro. The exposure's all effed up. Oh, that's probably why. I forgot to do the camera setup stuff. That should fix it.
Kimura.
Don't do that.
Why?
Because you're not a camera, dude.
Why not?
Why is that how cameras talk?
Yeah. Oh. All right, cool. Where are we here? What am I doing? Episode 90. I'm already done with the week, dude. You know what I'm saying? Brian's already snoring. Let's do some housekeeping
it is
here.
Tuesday.
Yeah, you woke up from a nap. Brian's, who knows, and Randall just can't stop on his phone.
I'm messaging.
You message after the fact. They want to message you, tell them to go to ADLR Twitch channel. They can chat in the chat and I'll tell you what they're saying. Randall also habitually just disrespecting everyone else's time, dude.
Yeah.
Disrespecting who?
Nothing.
At least he showed up on time.
Yeah, dude, but it's one or the other. He shows up on time and just disrespects the whole show by staying on his phone, or he doesn't show up at all.
When was the last time I did not show up?
www.adlrplays.com is the one-stop shop for all my content. Okay. Johan says he wouldn't do that dead ass, and I believe him.
Wouldn't do what?
You know what you did, Randall. From there,
you
can
have a laundry list of things that I do or don't do.
Because you keep filling out the list, Randall. But
I don't.
You can donate to Extra Life from my site, and the proceeds go to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. Patreon.com/ADLR Plays if you just want to support the channel. I might remove that because, to be honest, I don't give a shit about the Patreon stuff anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I might remove just the Patreon stuff and just have it like the regular donation link on the stream and then Extra Life.
Maybe if you do some behind the scenes stuff. Oh, snap. Did you hear what she said?
And if you want to submit to fan mail and topics,
did you hear what she said?
You can go to ADLRplays.com/contact.
Did you hear what she said?
She's not mic'd up. Doesn't matter what she said.
Did you hear what she said?
Randall, so you're habitually disrespecting the show again.
How?
I'm doing a housekeeping. Just keep talking over me.
Oh my God. Okay.
You're on the Randall. Put your phone down and wait. That's all you got to do. You sit down. You put your phone down.
This is a podcast, right?
Yes, and there's order to it. It's not just people yelling over each other.
Why not? That sounds like
every
fun.
podcast that I've seen. People
You're a liar already, Randall.
Just talk.
Yeah, not above each
Have an
other.
entire podcast where it's just mayhem. Just
Yeah, just yelling. No, Randall, stop lying.
How is it yelling? I asked you a question and you ignored me.
Everybody read a hobby room.
Calm down.
Everybody read a hobby room.
Host the podcast and you can do what you want. Facts, Javi. That's why you're my kid, my dude. Like, just sit there and smile, Randall, right now because you just got from someone who's watching the show. So, grassy. What did I end up on fan mail on topics? Oh, Zordon gets the idea for the fan mail on topics. We have a whole fan mail section just for Zordon, so I'm sure he's waiting for that. Oh my God, where are we at here? So, Randall, you did nothing this week?
No.
Did you watch Kubo and the Two Strings?
I saw that a long time ago, and I did a review on it. So why would I do it again?
That's why I'm asking, because I'm to give you something to talk about, my guy. You
I already talked about it on this podcast.
You put nothing on here.
I didn't do anything new.
Anything that irked you that was funny from work? Anything new with working from home? Any new experiences?
Yeah, like what?
No.
You just start working.
Yeah, has your diet been? You know, have you been working out the same way?
The Oreo diet, dude. I seen it.
The who?
The Oreo diet. I seen it, Randall. Don't smile again. What are you acting like these all these news to you?
I didn't realize how judgmental you were, man. Like, what the heck? You saw me eat some Oreos and that is a diet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What'd you say?
I wasn't on no Oreo diet. I had some Oreos though. I couldn't get the regular ones, so I got whatever those lemon ones.
Yo, Randall. Lemon or women?
Lemon.
Like lemon lime?
Lemon lime? No, just lemon.
Okay, there you go. So I still couldn't tell if you said women or lemon, yeah?
Why would I say, like... Never mind.
I've heard worse. You said the cock wasn't even that long, Randall, so you can say anything.
Well, that has to do with your mind. That has nothing to do with what I said.
Yeah, we'll see on Thursday.
On Thursday?
Yeah, that's going to be the Throwback Thursday clip. Oh, Lord. Speaking of back in the day, Randall, tell us about that Gerald's game movie we watched together and you didn't put in your list. That's why Gerald's I was asking. Game. Yeah, that's why I asked you why you didn't put it in your list. Because I physically saw you watch a movie with me.
When did we watch that?
There?
I remember watching the movie, but I thought we talked about that already.
It was this weekend.
Oh,
mic her up.
When?
Mic her up.
Randall, it was like...
Oh
my God,
she's talking like she's mic'd up, Anthony.
Now, do you see how, like, I don't remember and she's just filling in the information and how you choose to try to, like, use it as an opportunity to capitalize on me?
Randall, they call me an opportunist.
Him with her? She clearly knows his life better than he does, so...
Oh, my God.
JQ's not mic'd up.
Oh my God, dude. All right.
I already talked about that.
Moving on. Let's get boom. I might get kicked off of Twitch here for the picture, but who cares? You know what I'm saying?
That looks hot.
Where is it?
No,
not things.
Why would you get kicked off of Twitch for that?
Where the fuck is?
It might go against terms of service because Suggestive.
Oh, I'm messing up that way. Man, it's been a while already. Shit.
Is button check?
It's button check pretty much. Shit, dude. So Gerald's game. Let's get it, boys and girls. So I was recommended. This movie was recommended to me by a coworker. So the premise is, lady there you see, and if you can't see audio listeners, that's fine. A couple goes to a vacation home of some sort that's out in the wilderness with like how long did it say? Like an acre, big lot, whatever, for some private time. Maybe to rekindle their failing marriage. Well, as they're get spicing things up, she gets what is it? Cuffed up to the bed, to a bit of bondage there, and the husband has a heart attack.
That's under the category of bondage?
I would imagine, right?
I don't know though. I'm asking.
I would imagine so.
I think so.
You get cuffed up, you can't use your arms, you know. Anyway, the husband dies during the middle of that affair. So now she's stuck, handcuffed to the bed, and he's dead.
Wait, so hold up. So bondage has nothing to do with the intent to inflict pain?
That's
No,
masochist.
bondage is that's the
That's
Isn't that the whole
S&M.
point of being restrained?
sadomasochism.
Yeah, that's S&M.
Yeah. That's what I thought bondage was under, like S&M stuff.
I don't.
It's bondage, dominance, sadomasochism, or submissive, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's one of the. But bondage can just be you get tied up. That's bondage. You're binded by something.
That's all it is.
That's what I imagine. Yeah, right. That's it.
Yeah, he said that. That's all it is.
That's it. Well, because he's a pro. The heck?
That's all it is.
He knows his way around the rope. All right. So then,
that was pretty good, actually.
what?
You know what you said.
He's talking to you.
I'm talking to you in hate form. So
Why? I've done nothing.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's what I fucked up already. It's 10 minutes in, I think. Right. So, Randall, what did you think of this movie? Because I know there's one part where you had to stand up and walk into the kitchen.
Is this spoiler free or what?
That's a good question. Does this plot at all entice any of you to watch this?
I make my own videos, so I don't care.
Fair.
I was gonna ask you what the plot was, and I just remembered you told me, so that probably means I don't care.
Okay. So then, all right. So let's put some spoilers up in this. So,
Can you animate that?
Randall, that's not.
Yeah,
This
you can.
is not the
You can
time
do
or
anything.
place. This is not the
'Cause
time or
he's
place.
the expert.
I'm the expert. This is not the time or place. What did you think of Gerald's game? With spoilers, you can just spoil the hell out of it. You can just go no context into the same part I know you're gonna go into. Which, to be honest, is already going up my spine to be. So,
What was the name of the creepy guy?
Moonlight Man. That's my favorite part of the movie. So anyway,
Is he more scarier to you than Slender Man?
it's very Slender Man-esque. Like he's so like anyway. So
So that's a yes.
not real Slender Man. I don't know to be honest. They're like really the same. Not the same. The scare tactics they use were the same in this.
Okay.
Anyway, even though I asked you about this stuff and you asked me about Moonlight Man,
Well, I'm having a conversation with you about the movie, so
his name is Moonlight Man. All right.
I thought he was creepy, man.
You talking about
Because
Moonlight
at
Man?
first I
Okay.
thought that, like, it took me a while to notice that he was in the corner.
So yeah, because they masked that he was definitely in the shadows.
Yeah, but it took me a while to notice that he was in the corner, and then on top of it, I didn't want to believe that he was real. I thought it was all in her head.
So give you guys some context. So you're probably like, what the fuck are they talking about? Since she's tied up to the bed, she can't really move. She can't reach her phone. She can't get out of the cuffs because, as you can see in the image, one hand's on the one end of the bed, the other hand's the other.
And they use real handcuffs.
And use real handcuffs, so she can't like wiggle her way out. So another thing, and
Thumbs.
let's back up. I wish, Brian. I wish that was a solution. Back up a little further, there was a dog that was roaming around the house, and she tried to feed it, but the husband is kind of like an asshole, so he's like, "What are you doing? Like, don't feed the dog." She left the thing there anyway to eat. So after that whole ordeal happens, they walk into the house, but they leave the door open. The door stayed open throughout the whole thing. He died. She's tied up. The door's still open. So the dog walks in and starts to eat at the husband, who has fell.
Nice.
Yeah, the dog's hungry. He's just sitting there not doing anything. So he starts gnawing at him. I don't know, how long was it? Like a day or two, or that night? It might have been the same night. The same night, because she was tied up there in the afternoon, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Nightfall came. She's dozing in and off because dehydration, etc., etc. She comes to, wakes up in the middle of the night, and sees a standing figure in the corner. Moonlight Man. So that's what we're talking about. Very disfigured looking dude. He looks CG. He doesn't look real. He basically walks up to her, opens up his purse of like bones and like trinkets that he has, and like smiles and like haha, and then she passes out and wakes up. He's not there anymore the next morning. So that's what we're talking about. So then again, spoilers. Yo, Randall, what are you doing?
I'm looking up handcuffs and how they work. Because remember when we were when we were watching the movie and we were talking about the handcuff. Well, I kept mentioning how like that's not how real handcuffs work.
Okay.
So I was just looking it up, and it was like that you can't, once you're in handcuffs, you can't even rotate your wrist like within a couple of inches.
That makes sense.
That depends on how tight they are.
Yeah. I would imagine if it's all the way tight, but he didn't he tightened it enough where her hand couldn't get through. But not to the point where it's they couldn't turn their wrist. Because she was obviously turning her wrist a bit.
Yeah, according to this article, like they're designed so that the way they put them on your wrist, you can't turn your wrist. Like you wouldn't be able to do all of this. Like how they, like if your hands is like this, to the audio listeners, my palms are facing each other.
Yes.
If they're like this, you can't turn them like outward or inward. They're whatever position they put you in, that's the way they're stuck. So if she's like this, where her palms facing towards the ceiling, a lot of that stuff she couldn't do in real life.
Well, I mean, if it was tied all the way. But we saw, they made a point of showing how tight it was when he was handcuffing her. And it wasn't to the max. I think even in this picture, you can still see some wiggle room. So anyway, days go on, shit happens, and she finds a way to get out. Well, I guess back up even more, because the movie even does tell you, kind of foreshadows what she has. Before the husband dies, he kind of places everything that she needs to get out around her that she can sort of reach. So before they started doing it, because he popped the Viagra, because he's old, he took it, had a glass of water, and then placed the glass of water on top of her. There's like a bookshelf thing above the bed that she's able to reach. The shelf, not above it. She maneuvers her way. So she was able to drink water to keep herself hydrated. Time came when she needed to get out, because waited too long, she's going to die. So she breaks the glass and cuts her wrist. Hopefully enough blood can be used to lotion it up. What is it? Like to, not lotion it up, to lube it up to slide it out.
Which was not, it did not go to plan at all.
Yeah, that was, So it's still, because one of those, it's like a very gory and slow scene, so you start seeing what the skin tear and...
I feel like she did that intentionally. Because the way she cut her wrist, she cut it
yeah, she cut it this way
T,
and then upward.
Yeah, like a T.
Yeah,
thing.
so for audio listeners, you're not going to be able to see, but video watchers, cut that horizontal through the wrist and then upward through the middle of her hand. Then she proceeds... So yeah, there's a lot of blood already. Then she proceeds to pull her hand through the cuffs. And of course, the skin that's on there gets caught on it. and you see her pull, and it just it's just weird to look at.
You see ligaments,
Yeah, like
everything, the
getting
tennis,
ripped.
all that stuff inside your hand.
Yeah, like
You
I don't
see
know
it.
how she didn't just pass out.
Woo!
Yeah, like me talking about it
Oh my
reminds me of
God.
it again. I'm like, Randall literally just yelled
Yo.
and stood up and walked to the kitchen.
That junk is cringy just thinking about it, man. Like, oh my God.
Sounds pretty hot.
It was bad, man. It was really bad.
You not
really
into blood
well-
play?
What?
I mean, the practical effect of her like ripping her that was I don't know if that was CG or practical effects, but it looked really cool. And then after that, she had to like wrap it up enough so she can get into a car and drive away. But then she passed out because she just lost a shitload of blood, crashes. Everything turns out fine though. It's just she messed up her hand and she's going through a bunch of like hand therapy and whatever. So that's the story. She got trapped. Arc is she gets out. You find out more stuff about their marriage and her past throughout the movie, but I guess I'd keep that spoiler free.
The part of the
That's-
movie that I like the most, I would say, is what you kind of not decided not to touch on, was the whole her figuring out what to do next,
Yeah.
which they portrayed it in the movie as her talking to herself and her husband, even though her husband is like laying on the floor dead. But it was her consciousness figuring out what she should do next in order to escape before she like either died of dehydration or something worse happened to her. So these conversations that she's having with herself are basically what each of us will probably go through in our head, like, okay, how the heck am I going to get out of here? Well, the first thing you probably start thinking about is everything that happened that led up to that point. So as you're thinking about what led up to that point, they're using these two characters to narrate what she's thinking. So she's like, oh, he went into the kitchen or the bathroom, drank some water. Wait a minute, he put the water up there just before he got into bed. But the whole dynamic between what's going on in her head, even though they're visually showing it like outward through a representation of herself and her husband, I thought that was pretty cool.
And then Moonlight Man. You have no idea if he's real.
Well, I mean, he is real now
Randall,
because
come on, man.
he was in the courtroom.
I know.
Unless all those people are in on it.
But Brian, I see Brian's face. He wants to watch this. So, like, you could just spoil it for him.
I don't care.
I know that. But yeah, he's like, he had like some sort of disease where he like his body's like morphed in some way, so he doesn't look real. He's a really tall, lanky dude, but his face looks like morphed in some way, so he looked really scary. But he was a
He's
crypt.
albino.
So yeah,
No, his bones outgrow. Like they grow way past the normal, so like they would start to protrude, and like it deformed his face. So like,
Gotcha.
say like your skeletal bones.
So he just looked like he was over exaggerated.
Yeah, like his jaw was way bigger than it should be, and his brow was
yeah.
protruded more than it should be.
But he ended up being a crypt robber or something. Like he'd go and mess with like dead people's corpses and steal their belongings and stuff.
What was that word that they used in the news article?
I don't remember.
I think he also like had sex with dead people.
I think it graduated to that.
Necrophilia?
Yeah.
That word. That what the heck, man? He was on some next level stuff, man. Like he did that stuff. He robbed graves, and he was killing people, man. Like I don't understand. Like I guess I was trying to figure out what his motive was, but there was like really no motive.
There's sometimes they don't need motives.
And he was a cannibal. He ate people.
There's some protein. The dog was eating people.
Right? People are delicious, man.
I mean, yeah, you could put some seasoning on it. It's great. Anyway,
Throw them on the bobby.
so do I recommend throw them on the what?
On the bobby.
I don't know that reference. On the
Barbecue them?
Oh,
Throw a shrimp on a
Australia.
Barbie.
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. Shit, I'm not really
Throw
Chris
another
Hemsworth.
shrimp
Then the
on
hell, I don't know that
Wake
Australia.
up, Anthony. It's because you're
Damn.
Harley.
Oh Lord. Do I recommend the movie though? I think I do.
Because
I liked her, like the way they showed her back. Not a lot, but I thought the way they introduced her backstory and stuff was pretty cool. Like the things that happened outside of this situation. The Moonlight Man, obviously, he was very creepy in his own way, and I thought it was really cool. And that whole conscious thing, like I know it's been done like 1,000 times with like Fight Club and Batman Arkham City with Joker being like in his conscious, and now with Cyberpunk. But like, I thought it was cool. It's a good way to give some exposition, and it gave it more dialogue in the movie. Like without that happening, it'd just be her grunting and shit trying to get out, you know. And obviously people need to see that escape because it gave me a reaction. I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking gross, dude. Like,
It makes me think of I think it's the second Saw, where I don't know if you guys saw it, but in the second Saw, I think it's the second one. They're all like stuck in a house, and there's a whole bunch of them, and they have to figure out how to get out. And they're all poisoned, and they have to either find the serum and get it, or use it, or get out of the house and go for help. And there's a scene where there's a serum stuck inside of a box, and to get into the box, you take your hands and shove them up through the bottom into these two little holes. But what's inside there are blades that overlap on each other. So you can get your hands in, but you can't get your hands out if you push them both up at once.
Oof.
Because the blades clamp down onto your wrists and then prevent you from moving
oof.
without bleeding out.
Fuck that. I haven't seen any of the Saws for that reason.
Good.
For most of them, it's just like
you should have not watched them. The first
Saw's
time,
awesome.
no, don't listen to him. The first time I saw this movie, I was tricked. Okay,
You thought it was a woodworking movie?
I was at the time working at Panera Bread.
Wearing plaid shirt?
No, I wasn't wearing plaid shirt. I was working at Panera Bread, the one that's over there. Well, it's not there anymore, but it was like right next to Rollins College.
Okay.
I was working one day. Long story short, this girl came in. I got cool with her, and I ended up going over to her place to watch the movie. I didn't know what Saw was. She was like, "Do you want to watch Saw?" And my brain kept interpreting Saw as in like past tense scene. What are you saying? What do you mean Saw? Like, see what? And she was like, "No, Saw." I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go over there.
Like whatever.
And she puts this movie on, and all this stuff stopped happening. I'm like, I'm looking at her like she's enjoying it, and I'm like,
"You all right?"
I really need to leave, man, because this is some morbid, twisted stuff, man.
It's a gore fest. Like it's
Pretty hot.
What's the
How
word?
is it hot?
It's like a gore fetish. Like it's grotesque just to be as grotesque as possible to make you feel uneasy.
It was messed up, man.
I mean, it did its job, obviously. If you wanted to leave the apartment,
it was bad. It was really bad, man. I don't understand how people watch those movies, and it's like how many of them?
Oh, a lot
There's
now.
like 6.
There's a new one that's a spinoff coming out. Spiral, I think it was, with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
Is that supposed to be a continuation of that?
That's what I've read. I don't know for sure how it links up, but
Who is sitting thinking of this stuff?
some people. This could be a way to get that out of their system. Imagine them doing that in real life.
Wow.
I just think
Exactly.
the movies are cool because of the way that they do, the things that they come up with and how they execute them.
This is saying a lot about Kelsey, man.
I mean,
It
nothing
really
nothing that I already didn't know. So like, whatever, dude. He's cool with me.
Oh yeah?
Yep. All right, Rams. You recommend Gerald's game
No.
at all?
I mean, it was interesting, but
You don't recommend someone
I can't.
in good conscience just be like, hey, just watch this.
Yeah, I can't say to someone you should watch this movie
Oh, okay.
because it wasn't enough there to justify. How long was that movie?
I don't remember. Hold on. Let me click on Gerald's game.
Hour and a half, maybe.
Hour 44.
Yeah, it's not. It's not one of those movies, in my opinion. Obviously, it's not one of those movies that you recommend. It's just one of those movies you stumble upon. You're just like, oh, what's this? And then you watch it, but it's not something like your boys or your friends be like, yeah, you need to watch this movie because it's cool. It's not that type.
I guess that depends on who you ask first or who sees it first.
Yeah, because Kelsey sounds like he's all about this movie right now. So as soon as I put the picture, he'll be like, "Oh, that's hot." So and then I told him about
It's
the gore
not
stuff.
what you think. See, he's seeing that picture and he's thinking of certain things, and that's not what this movie is. They don't even do anything.
Okay,
Spoiler.
that doesn't matter.
I already have the alert up there. All right. All right, let's keep going down, guys. Let's go downhill.
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, okay.
What?
Kelsey saw Onward.
Yeah,
Good.
you sure did.
What
We'll get
about
to that.
Spider-Man?
Oof. Oof.
I already told you. I've seen both episodes.
Oof. You guys got to be specific when you ask him that question because he always has that out.
Homecoming. You
Yeah,
really
both
haven't seen Homecoming yet?
It's called Homecoming,
I've seen
the
both
episode.
episodes.
You have to
See,
say
no, 'cause
Spider-Man
no,
Homecoming.
Anthony. He messed up already because the first question Randall said, "Did you see Spider-Man?" He said both episodes.
Oh.
So you don't win at all. Now you have to watch it, or your cat goes out the window.
It's better than off a bridge. Shut off the Anchorman.
It was a dog,
It's still an animal.
You're
All
a
right.
dog.
but I said cat. Anthony's just Harley, I swear.
Yeah, I swear I am, dude. What is it?
We were gonna watch. Speaking of Harley, we were gonna watch. What's it called? The
Birds of
Harley
Prey.
Quinn movie.
I recommend it.
Yeah, the Harley Quinn was a good time.
I need to know though, like, what is it? What is the reason why you won't watch Spider-Man? Is he
There's
just?
no reason?
Yeah,
there's
it's-
literally not. I
It
just
has to
haven't
be
bothered.
because he's watching everything else but that.
He's not watching everything else. He just happens to watch something and just doesn't choose it. Brandon, you know the amount of options he has of movies out available that he hasn't seen? He's not watching everything else.
I could understand if it was like something from the past. Is like, I need to watch this movie, but I haven't gotten to it yet, and then he decides to watch it. But he's watching movies that recently came out after Spider-Man.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because the wife is like, "Hey, we should watch something." You know what she doesn't want to watch? Spider-Man.
I don't believe that for a second. Okay, get her over here.
I go
Bring
get her.
over.
She's not a huge fan of the Spider-Man movies.
I don't care. Bring her over.
All right. Well, while you do that, I'm going to start talking about Downhill.
Downhill. What is that?
I'm about to tell you,
It's
Randall.
Is that a
Viking
game or a
simulation.
movie?
That's a movie. That's Will Ferrell, Randall, right there.
Oh,
And Julia, I forgot, I don't know how to pronounce her name, from
Julia
Seinfeld.
Louis-Dreyfus?
Yes.
Something
All right.
like that.
I thought it was Dreyfus.
Dreyfus, Julia Louise
I always
Dreyfus.
hear
Yeah.
Dreyfus.
And Will Ferrell.
Yes.
I probably won't watch this movie.
because Will Ferrell sucks.
Oof. All right. Let's move on because now y'all are getting me tight.
You think he's funny?
Yes.
How funny?
The only things that I've liked him in is when he's not really been the main focus. Or the one movie that he was like I really enjoyed him in was Old School.
Yeah, you're my boy, Blue. Yeah, I know.
I haven't really cared for anything else that he's done. Like Talladega Nights wasn't too bad, but it's the same. It's literally the same shit in every movie. He plays the same character. He just plays himself.
He's not funny to me at all.
That's
Well,
fine.
then-
I'm not trying to change y'all. I'm just, hey.
You've seen Anchorman?
Yes.
No.
No, Kelsey, that's why I just keep not caring about your opinion.
No,
Everything
I
I've seen, he's seen
haven't
a-
seen
he's seen a
Anchorman,
trailer.
and I really didn't like.
He's seen a whole
Step
trailer
Brothers.
of his movies, and he's like, yeah, everything he does is just the same.
It is. It's all the
He's not woke. That's his problem. Onward. I mean, downhill.
same.
So yeah, Downhill. This is actually not a comedy. So this is Will Ferrell trying his drama acting skills, and it does a pretty good job. Will Ferrell and Julia are married in this. Have 2 kids, I think it is. Yeah, 2 kids, and they go for a ski trip. I guess it's not gonna be spoiler because the whole movie is centered around this. So while they're on their ski trip, they're having dinner outside. and it seems like an avalanche is going to destroy them. In the heat of the moment, Will Ferrell's character picks up the phone and runs and leaves his wife and 2 kids to fend for themselves.
Nice.
Turns out nothing happened, so he now has to face them after running away and leaving them. And then drama ensues. And you can see the type of characters they are by how they deal with it. Then it builds up to scenes that it's super heavy drama. Shout out to fucking Julia because she killed it and on her when the thing escalated to the point it needed to. And Will Ferrell did his. I haven't seen Will Ferrell like this, and I don't watch a lot of dramas with Will Ferrell, so I think he did pretty well in it. Now that was just a solid drama.
So the whole movie, he was serious.
For the most part, it wasn't him being wacky.
You said it was, or
It
what?
wasn't. It was him trying to be a dad, like. Because you mean
Yeah,
Except
how
for
do
the part where he's running for his life and not caring about his family.
Exactly.
How do you feel he did as a serious character?
I think he did fine. Like it was. It's because when it got like to tense moments, Julia just stole the show.
So he wasn't believable.
Yeah, he was. It's just someone took it and ran with it. Because Julia did a much better job. Because she's a veteran actor, you know. She had a whole TV show on her. So,
2.
well, the first one's mostly Seinfeld. The second one's her
Mm-hmm.
as the main
What's the other
focus.
one?
This is Elaine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget the
other-
name of the other one, but it was like she was one of the main characters, and she divorced her husband, and Wanda Sykes was in it, and they were just doing things. It was a sitcom.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about Veep.
The fuck is Veep?
Veep is
what the fuck is
it's a
Veep?
political comedy show, and she's the main person.
Oh, no, I was talking.
I don't know
about
what the heck
different-
you're talking about. The
Is
one
that
that's
some
like,
overseas something?
It's a sitcom.
oh, I didn't know about that one. No, the Veep
Yeah.
one is an HBO show or Showtime. It's like a HBO Showtime show.
Is that the show with that one guy that's tall and white with the mustache? He's one of like the advisors or something. It's a tall white man with a mustache.
Guy, sure.
It's not many of those around, Anthony.
What's up?
It's not many of those around.
I guess so. Zordon in the chat says Better Call Saul is changing television entirely. Not just Better Call Saul. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I still haven't watched the latest season, but
Have you watched Better Call Saul?
Yes, I just haven't seen the latest season.
And how does it compare?
It's still great
Wait, it's just as equally as good as Breaking Bad?
in its own way. Yeah,
Wow.
This
It's
is the
not-
guy I was talking about, Anthony. He is in Veep. So put it in the podcast call.
Oh, okay. I know who that is. But okay, yeah, I'm sure he's in it. I haven't watched Veep. I just know about it.
That is a weird name.
Well, he's funny.
I know Tony Hale's in it too, and he plays Buster in Arrested Development. He's fantastic. Anyway, where are we at? And that's about it for the downhill. I don't want to spoil this one. I don't want to spoil because it's
So it's
mostly
about an
drama.
avalanche and them dealing with it.
Yeah. It has comedy in it, but it's not like wacky old school stuff. It's like it's all in the writing and the dialogue and the responses that they're doing. Pretty good. So do I recommend it? Absolutely. I definitely recommend at least one watch it down. I wouldn't say buy it on Blu-ray or anything. But definitely give it that
Well, I
shit a
already
rental.
bought it.
Oh, well then I'm sorry, dude. There's some good shots. I mean, you can experience the 4K. It's all snowy mountains and stuff. It looks great. Shot great. So there's that.
Who do you think is funnier, Will Ferrell or Seth Rogen?
Will Ferrell.
Will
easily.
Ferrell for me, easily. Yeah.
Wait, what were the choices?
Seth Rogen and Will Ferrell.
Both of them are terrible.
Well, you got to pick one. That's not the question.
Will Ferrell, then.
Oof. There you go.
I think Seth Rogen's the only person I hate more than Will Ferrell.
What about
Mm,
Nicolas Cage? I'm just kidding.
I don't really have a problem with Nick Cage. Adam's the
Didn't-
one that doesn't like Nick Cage.
Didn't you say you really didn't like Jonah Hill?
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah, because he's basically just a miniature version of.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
What? No way. He's not a miniature version of Seth Rogen.
No.
So you don't like these people because of their acting, or
Yeah, they suck at acting.
No,
Okay, so
then you
hold on,
haven't
hold
seen
on.
Jonah Hill movies because he's fell into his own.
Kelsey, have you not seen Wolf of Wall Street?
No, I haven't seen Wolf of Wall
But
Street.
then why do you just say things just to say them?
Because that's the way life works. You have opinions based on things that
Jesus
you've
Christ.
experienced.
He's seen him on IMDb. Yeah, shitty actor.
No, I've seen some of his early stuff, and some of his, I've seen some of his stuff. Didn't like any of it, therefore I don't like him. That means that I'm going to avoid movies that he's in.
Have you seen at least 3 of his movies?
Bro, I don't know. I don't fucking count.
It's just so funny to me.
I don't know about you guys, but I think we're gonna keep going down, all the way down, underwater. Randall, I'm here all day, dude. Whenever you need me, dude.
Did you write that?
No, Randall. Do I write it?
That was off the cuff.
That's off the cuff, my guy. All right. Anytime you're like, yo, that's too good, he must have wrote it down a while ago. Fam, instantaneous. Okay. Okay.
Just off the brainberry.
Oh,
Blackberry.
good reference. Good reference.
Oh, this is the one with the girl from Luke Cage, Iron Fist, underwater.
Excuse me?
The
girl, the other girl
British
was
Asian
fucking
lady?
in Iron Fist.
Oh, sure.
The one that was terrified.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't watch that season of. She was in the latest one, you said?
She's in both.
Oh.
Matter of
I
fact,
didn't
she's
recognize her.
She's in fucking what's the one? The Defenders, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't
Yeah, she's in
even.
that. She's
don't-
Colleen.
Oh, I didn't remember her from it.
Oh well.
And that's
I mean,
not a
I
bad
don't blame
thing, like, because she did
I don't
great
know.
in this movie. So Rand already
She was
reviewed
the-
this earlier. We go what?
She was the only good thing from Iron Fist. That and the gun thing.
I have
Oh,
not
that's
heard anything decent said about Iron Fist.
Oh no, because apparently it's been like
Yeah.
across the board not good.
She's the only
I
part
don't know
was
that
nice.
I've talked to a single person that was like, bro, this episode was amazing. No, there wasn't. Nobody has been like anything good about this show.
Basically, imagine a show about a kung fu guy who's only talking about his feelings the entire time. That's like if you were a professional poker player and they just show you fishing.
And to be somebody who's so skilled and talented, he's a trash fighter. Like he
Like
struggles.
his character or him?
Like
as a
he
person?
struggles with every person he fights.
That's not the way that works. Like, if somebody's supposed to be that good, especially with powers like he's supposed to have,
Yeah, he's
I'm
supposed to
pretty
just
sure-
be bodying people left and right. No,
They do a better job setting up Daredevil than him in terms of a good fighter. But he has guns at the end, so
that's stupid.
I mean that's a real thing from the comics.
Sometimes you got to punch the bullet hard enough that.
I'm just saying, if your name is Iron Fist, or not, that's not his actual name, but you know what I'm saying. Like, why would I have guns?
Maybe his bullets are made out of
Because
iron.
His fist is wrapped around that iron, boy. That's why. So he's not woke enough. But Anthony, continue underwater. How was it?
All right, so I mean, Randall already reviewed it earlier this year, and it's on here. I'm just here to
So are
basically.
you gonna give a Randall review or are you gonna give an Anthony review?
I'm gonna give it a Randall review because he gave the Anthony review and he went in depth, if I remember correctly. See what I did there? Anyway, what the hell? And then anyway, it was good. I'm co-signing it. It's a movie that right from the beginning it grabs you because shit's going down and it doesn't stop going down to like a brief moment when Kristen Stewart's having a one-to-one with another character. I don't even want to spoil it because I don't want to tell you who stays alive. But before then, it's just constant. We're in the shits. We need to quickly think of something, get out, do some. It's great. Great thrill.
Like 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
What?
The movie.
I'm pretty sure that's a movie.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen.
I just know I've never seen it.
I thought he hit me with some like underwater facts. I'm like, okay.
You just shut him down temporarily there.
I had to reboot. They just
You
blue
can
screened.
see his brain come to a complete halt.
Yeah, I'm just like,
I think
what?
it's actually based on a book.
Oh, this movie's based on a book?
No,
Oh.
30,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Actually, I think it's just a movie. Yeah. it's based off of it's loosely based off of a book, but there's a movie called 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh, okay. You have something to add, Randall, or?
I was just gonna ask everybody on the podcast: are any of you guys claustrophobic?
I am not.
Not really.
Not that I know of.
What do you mean, not really?
That's just his way of saying no.
Like, I mean, I've never been put into a. No, I have no personal space. Like, there's no claustrophobia.
You can literally put your fingers in his nose and he'd be like, "Hey man, what's up?"
Okay.
Don't ask how I know. But speaking of phobias, I don't know if it's a phobia, but the thing that gets me in video games is underwater levels, because oxygen.
Yeah.
And this
To this
movie
day.
is all that, because they're
Did
all
the Donkey
underwater.
Kong
Yeah,
or
like
Sonic.
yeah, when you hear the music build up, yeah. Now
To
imagine.
this day,
Go ahead, Brian.
minus the side-scrolling Mario level, the
Dude, yeah.
old Game Boy one. Minus that, I've yet to finish a water level because it just makes me really anxious.
This will now imagine a movie filled with that, because it's them going into water and you're like, oh shit, and it's dark like down there, like there's no lights.
So that part when they were crawling through the debris, that didn't bother you at all?
I mean, I was worried for the characters, but it didn't put me at the things that makes me weird is when they go on when they depressurize and the water pushed in and they're like, oh, that's it, they're in.
See, that is so interesting, because that part, I'm how do you say it, Bryant? Gucci?
Yeah,
I'm
Gucci,
Gucci.
dude.
I'm Gucci with that. But
them crawling in the closed spaces.
them crawling, when they were crawling through the debris, I don't know, maybe if it's because of my size or that junk bothers me, man. But I don't think by nature I'm claustrophobic.
It sounds like you are.
I think that I'm claustrophobic when it comes to the situation.
I don't know. Can you? What do you mean?
What do you
Explain
mean?
that.
So if I know that if I crawl through all these tight spots, that on the outside, at the end, there's space.
So if you know your route,
If I know my route and I know that if I just keep going this way, I'm 100% okay with it. I don't know. It's weird.
so it's not a claustrophobic thing. You're just anxious about uncertainty.
No. I think it is. I think it is part claustrophobic.
No, because what it sounds like you're saying is if I dropped you in the middle of the woods and you have no idea where you're going, your anxiety is gonna.
No,
rise.
I would be fine. That's what I'm saying. It's weird. If you did that to me, I would be completely fine. If you dropped me in the Sahara Desert,
You'll feel fine
with no
Randall.
supplies, I would not stress out. I would just probably end up dying. I would just die. I would eventually just die from dehydration.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I need to get water. I would just keep moving, and then eventually I would just collapse and die.
Okay.
But in a situation like what I'm talking about in the movie, where they're like crawling through the debris and stuff like that, that junk, it made me uncomfortable. It made me very uncomfortable, and I don't understand why.
The ones that get me are the are all the underwater stuff. Like, I see these people that, like he's talking about uncertainty when you're underwater and you have to, like, go through the rock formation, and then it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. To me, that's what, it's not the claustrophobia that gets me. It's the whole not knowing if it's going to get so small that I can't, like, turn around and get out and just drown.
And that's the thing. Drowning, I think, is one hell of a way to go.
I think I'm leaning more towards exactly what he's saying.
Gotcha.
It's that whole, like, is this situation going to get worse? Where if I need to turn around, I can't. I'm going to have to back up, which is going to be very difficult to do.
Especially since they had people behind them.
And then on top of it, when you start to do that, your mind, depending on your mind, how strong your mind is, if you have, like, in that particular situation, if your mind is weak, then you start thinking about the worst possible situations. And when that happens, then it becomes difficult to breathe. Then it becomes difficult to think. And then you just start, like, freaking out. And I could see myself getting like that, crawling through that stuff.
It's definitely not a fun thought thinking you're drowning, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. It's not funny,
But that's the thing. I'm perfectly fine being underwater. I'm okay with it.
It's just for me. It's like they put on those suits and they have limited oxygen, and then one of the characters is like, "Oh, my oxygen thing is fucked, so I can't breathe that much. Someone needs to carry me." And they're sea level. There's nothing but water, and then so I guess spoilers. There's something else down there with them.
You mean they're below sea level?
Below sea level. Sorry. So like, anything happens to your suit, bro, you're done.
Yeah.
Like, and that I'm like, oh my god, I hate underwater. Bro. They move slow as shit. Plus the thing they have on is like, oh no, dude.
They're miles and I can't remember. I said it when I first reviewed it, but they're like miles away from the surface. Like miles. Like it would take not minutes but hours to get to the surface.
Like
of the water.
Huh? They're Morales distance away, like Miles Morales different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. Like miles per hour distance.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can move on from that. But yeah, I'm just here to co-sign. It's definitely I definitely recommend watching it. But that's a good thriller.
So you wouldn't be able to be on that rig?
Yeah, I'd still do it. Even just because I'm scared of something doesn't mean I'm not gonna do it.
I wouldn't have done it.
I would
don't care how much
I would have
they
been
were paying.
petrified.
I would
but
not
I
care how much they were paying. There's no way I'm going that far down in the ocean.
Oh, I'm sorry. You meant okay. I thought you meant like if I thought you meant like it.
You
I'm
mean like if you was in the
shits.
crack?
Yeah, like I'm.
I mean, well, you have to do what you need to do in order to survive.
That's what I thought you were asking. You mean like before this all started?
I mean, if
they're
you would
gonna
have
be
took the job.
Oh, probably not. Absolutely not. Because I'm like, no, this is gonna happen.
Would you guys take a job like that?
Maybe on the fourth way down.
The fourth way down.
Like three other teams before me make sure this is safe.
Got it.
And then on the fourth team, I'll go.
Like he's not the first team.
Wait, okay, hold up. So does the three teams? You said 4 teams or 3?
He said he's gonna be the fourth.
You're
team
going.
down.
So the 3 teams that went prior to you, would they have to be down there for a certain amount of time for you to say, okay, it's safe?
As soon as 3 entire teams safely get back to me, I'll be all right.
I guess.
But does it have to be over a certain amount of time? Is what I'm saying.
But Randall, for this situation, I don't want to spoil it. It doesn't matter how long they've been down there. It happened because what happens.
Yeah.
Like it breaks because of what happens. Like what's down there. So. But yeah, dude.
I couldn't. Nah,
you'd be like, nah,
I had to find another profession.
You'd be like, nah, I'm good. I don't like water anymore.
And they'd be like, man, you'll be rich if you. I guess I won't be rich.
I'll go sell lemonade, my guy. Look the hell. Everybody need lemonade. All right, people. But so yeah, I recommend it.
I don't know how people aren't like get into submarines. It's claustrophobic, and you're in the bottom of the ocean.
Oof, yeah, that takes a mindset because.
See, I think a submarine would be fun, but it would be one of those things where it's like, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't like the whole I can't see out. I'm just relying on
the navigator to hopefully not run into something.
You don't think that
like,
seeing out would make the situation make you feel worse in the situation?
Yeah, dude. I'd love to. Like, if I could afford it, I would become a deep sea diver. I think that would be awesome.
You can start. You can do some they go down some like rivers and stuff.
I've been scuba diving before.
Oh,
like we swam with sharks. We got to see some shipwreck. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, then dude, what the hell? You already know your way around the gear and stuff. You can start doing it.
Well, to be a certified deep sea diver, you have to go through a lot of shit. I mean, this is like going, you know, pretty far down.
Got it. I was about to say, if you already have experience,
I think anybody can kind of like just get basic training on scuba diving and then go scuba diving.
Oh, so it's a different level. It's like
because you got like different types of oxygen tanks and all sorts of stuff.
Gotcha. But no, I cannot do that. The entire time, as soon as I go underwater, you can give me a brand new tank full of air. The second I put my head down, how much oxygen do I got left? Like I can't.
And I can't trust submarines because of JoJo.
Yo, facts. That episode freaked me out, dude. Shit.
Yeah, I really like divers watches because they're the ones that my watch. I mean, they're the ones that have the face that turns, and it's actually pretty interesting because the way it works is it only turns one direction, and so what you do is when you go down, you turn the 0 to or the 12, depending on how it's set up. I'm sorry, there's an arrow, you turn the arrow that's on the dial to the minute hand that you go down to. So like if you go down at 25, 25 after, you turn the arrow to the 25. That way you know exactly how long you've been down.
Oh.
The
That's pretty
shit
dope.
people come up with, man, is amazing.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's I like that. That's some ingenuity
Yeah.
right there.
And if you turn it and do this, you get another Ben 10 alien.
No.
Oh.
No.
I was waiting for it.
No. All right. So yeah, I recommend it. Underwater was awesome. So I co-signed that. That shit was really cool. I was definitely surprised. Like when he recommended it, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a fun time. No, this is up there, dude. This is really cool.
Did you like the ending?
Yeah, I liked it. It was kind of anime-ish ending, but I thought it was fine.
The punch in the face.
Stars in this?
Kristen Stewart, the French guy from Oceans 12 and 13. Some black dude I've seen in some. I think I've seen him in other stuff, but I don't remember his name. Like you guys said, the chick from Luke Cage.
Iron Fist.
T.J. Miller's a comedic relief.
From Iron Fist.
Oh, the lady from Iron Fist, and then T.J.
Anthony.
Miller's.
Anthony. The Get Down. That's where the black dude's from.
That's what it's from.
Grandmaster Flash.
That's why I recognize him. Yeah, he's Grandmaster Flash from The Get Down on Netflix.
So the real question is, does the black guy survive?
All right, so we're moving on. No spoilers.
Because the black guy survives in Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, it was LL Cool J.
And he's too
Yep.
cool to die. He's too cool to die.
Fucking LL Cool
He probably
J.
was like, when they asked him to be in the movie or he auditioned for the movie, he was like, I'm not dying. That was probably written in his contract.
I would not be surprised.
No, it's because the shark tried to eat him, but he told them, Mama said knock you out. And they're like, nah.
He does. I'm pretty sure he punches the shark at one point, or he blows it up. He blows it up with because it ate his bird.
Explosive.
Yeah, and but it's really funny because in the movie he's like the black guy always dies first.
Shit. All right. We've gone very deep. We got underwater. How about we get on out of here? Let's get out of this gungeon. What do you guys think, huh? I'm here all week, Randall.
How do we replace the host?
Are you saying you want to move onward?
No, I'm leaving the underwater. It freaked me out. I'm exiting the gungeon. You feel me?
No.
Oh, okay.
There you go, Randall. Jesus, you were standing next to me when I finished it.
This man has
I was trying to figure out what it was.
dial-up player.
Yeah, dude. Oh, Lord. Let's get it. So, I gotta write down the timestamp. So, Exit the Gungeon, sequel to Enter the Gungeon. What is it we at? 58.
I feel like it's a matter of time before, like, when the future comes and we're kind of living in a lifestyle that's similar, at least some of us believe that we're going to be living in a lifestyle that's similar to cyberpunk. I feel like it's a matter of time before it's like games are going to be designed. In order for you to play them, you have to be on something.
What do you mean, like a drug?
Yes.
Why?
Because that junk that I saw you playing, the Exit the Gungeon, like,
Yeah.
it's not too far from that. Like,
It's not that bad. It's because you came in literally at the last boss. At the you came in. I put a clip on my social media. I had 1 health, and he was just. I'm like, I'm not fucking dying here. I made it this far again. I'm not dying on the last boss, and my dodging and parry stuff were like god levels. I'm dodging through in like iframing through all the bullets, and then I finally beat him. Spoilers, but
he beat Justin Wong with his Ken.
yeah,
medieval.
dude. I'm not even joking. So that you came in at literally the highest octane gameplay on the planet, you know? But it starts off nice and simple. Like that lady in the screenshot on the video, once you start trying to exit the gungeon through the elevator, she bestows magic on your gun that changes your gun every couple. I think it's timed or the amount of magazines you go through depending on the weapon. So you're constantly switching out weapons that you've unlocked. So you have no idea what guns are going to be next. So hopefully you get something that's relevant to whatever you're fighting. And each character has a different route out of the gungeon. So I think they all start off with the same first level, But then after that, they all have different levels where some of them, like the platforms move. Sometimes you have to guide a platform so it doesn't hit something. Like it's different. At first, when I finished it with one character, I'm like, so how does the rest of them work? And it's different. It's different. And so I don't know if they introduced newer enemies or not, but that's basically the gist of it. You try to get out the Gungeon with that randomization on the enemies that spawn, where they spawn, what gun you have, what power-ups that drop after a boss battle, or maybe a random chest comes up and you get another power-up. It's very roguelike, super satisfying gunplay, just like Enter the Gungeon was, except my only gripe, and I know it's because this game came out on mobile first, there's no multiplayer. It's just one person exiting. That would have been cool to have some multiplayer on here. Maybe they up the amount of enemies that spawn. I don't know. It's been cool to co-op it out.
Games are usually always better with co-op. Like, I was thinking about that with...
Not Dead Space 3.
Why not with Dead Space 3?
Because there's no more scary.
Or Fear 3.
Or Fear 3, yeah. Once you put a co-op in a horror game, there's no horror anymore. It's just you and your friend dicking around shooting demons. Like, it's...
Yeah, Resident Evil as well.
Yeah, like, once Resident Evil 5 came out, like, it's not scary anymore. You have you and your compadre there just firing up disease people. There's no build-up.
All right. Most games are better with multiplayer.
I agree with that. Now we're on the same page.
Like, with the way that they've remade Final Fantasy VII, that would be fucking awesome if you could have people that, play other characters and actually
like
get to control them.
And just hack and slash your way through mid. Yo, I'd be down.
Exactly.
Yo.
Like that,
Wait, they didn't make it
somebody wants to
multiplayer?
play... What?
They didn't make it multiplayer?
No, they
No.
kept it single player because just in case they're gonna play it like, cause I think you can play like an RPG mode where you still kind of take turns. So at that point, why would you add a co-op partner there? Because I guess you can still, but it's not ideal.
I'm pretty sure you can play it exactly like it used to be, where it's literally turn based.
I feel like that's like the next step. I would think, since you're making a remake, it would be like, well, people are probably going to want to play together and defeat things together. So,
but you don't want to tarnish what the game is. Like, that game was not that. It was a turn-based JRPG that you sunk in hours, a lot of hours. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I never played it, but JRPGs you usually have to sink in a lot. And back in the day, they have to make sure you spend a lot of hours because you spend I don't know how much on this JRPG, and that's the only game you're playing for who knows how long.
I don't know about Final Fantasy VII because I didn't play after I got Red 13, but for Persona 5, I ended with 120-something hours in it.
Yeah, I mean, I probably put in over 500 hours into Final Fantasy VII.
Oof. Yeah, like that's... Now think of your life now, Randall. Imagine trying to plan co-op sessions with 500 hours of content. You'll never finish it.
Not with that attitude.
Facts. I mean, I guess you guys can like spend an entire
it would
weekend.
have to be. Well, I mean, it depends on your mindset. It's like, obviously, if you're in the frame of mind where your main goal is, I just need to beat this game, then yeah, it's going to be irritating. But if you're like just enjoying it for the ride rather than the like the journey instead of like the ending, and you're enjoying the lore and everything else that the game has to offer, then I mean, look how long people have been playing WoW. Like, it's because of the content that they're constantly putting in the game, right?
Well, they're adding more stuff.
Yeah.
And they still sink a lot of hours into it.
They've been playing for so long, they brought back out the original.
Yeah, like there's literally 2 WoW builds running right now, and it's an older version of the same game.
So, like, my point is, like, they're not... The people who play WoW are not necessarily trying to figure out a way to... I'm just trying to get to the ending of the game or beef my character up to the final... Till I can't beef him up no more, and then I'm done.
Some people are, because I know there's like races. I know that. I know there's like a race who can beat said raid or something like that. That's a thing, but that's probably a minority.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, if you're just in it to enjoy it with your friends and defeat stuff, and especially if you have the flexibility of figuring out how to beat stuff in different ways and be creative, I think that in itself was the enjoying part. At least for me, I've always wished that they made games like that it was so engaging, not just like it's so engaging for everybody who plays together as a team. Like, you you really, really like feel like you're a team because you put things together and you actually see huge benefits when you work together rather than just being a bunch of people shooting at the same thing at the same time. And because, he has a rocket launcher and you have a plasma rifle, and then it is more strategy involved.
You want to go to Washington, D.C. with me, Randall?
I've seen you play that game and all I see you do is shoot stuff.
Well, Randall, it's a
I
military
actually thought
shooter.
about buying it yesterday when you were playing.
It's $10 on Epic Store.
But what I'm saying is, and I don't mean to cut you off, Bryant, but what I mean is, say for example, we all play the game and
like the Division.
Okay, we take the Division. Let's say my specialty was
it's working, Cobra.
Simtex. I might have a Glock on me or something like that, but my specialty is I blow stuff up.
You can do that.
I don't have a sniper rifle and all that stuff like that, but all I do, I have stuff that you can't get. And even if you could get it, your character doesn't really have the skills to use it properly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So my character specializes in explosives and stuff like that. You specialize in long range sniper stuff.
That's Kelsey's department.
Bryant specializes in CQC or some junk like that. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff. But the point is each of our characters are distinctively skilled.
Yeah.
That when you combine them together, it benefits us when we doing a task rather than just everybody has the same guns or similar guns. Everyone can throw things. Everyone can fight, and we're just all going to one location and just messing stuff up. To me, I feel that after a certain point, it becomes mundane, and it's I can do this by myself. I don't really need 3 other people.
All right. Well, Cobra, I was waiting for you to finish, but Cobra beat me to it. He says that's why you make builds in the Division. And yes, we can do that in the Division. You can be someone who just
$10 on the Epic Game Store.
Yeah.
How much is the DLC?
$30 on the Epic Game Store. Or 20 or 30 on the Epic Game Store. I don't know how much it is on Uplay.
Yeah, let me check that.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so in the Division 2, real quick before I go back to Exit the Gungeon, you can do that. You can make builds where you can have the healer, the one that does straight dumb damage, the one that does status effects.
So you can have mine to do ability power, basically, just zoning them.
Or ability powers if you just want to build one that just destroys them with drones or hive. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Someone that can just aggro the person and you have a lot of armor, so you just take a bunch of shots so you can put up a shield. There is that. It's just you need to build towards that. You don't just start off my character's this and now you can do all those cool things, But that's that. I'm talking about Exit the Gungeon. Where did I leave off? Yeah, sequel to Enter the Gungeon. And Enter the Gungeon, you get always to the bottom and kill your past or whatever. But now, after killing your past so many times, you need to exit the Gungeon. Go up to a couple levels, fight the last boss, which is the dragon. Good luck. There's a lot of shit being thrown at you. Your dodging and rolling and jumping need to be on point because it's merciless. That's about it, dude. It's fun. It handles great. It feels great to play. It's not what's the word? It's reactive? No. If you're playing Shovel Knight, responsive. That's the word. It's a very responsive good gameplay. It's awesome. Aiming, you can, if you're having trouble with the aiming in the game, you can enable an assistant. So if you aim in a certain general direction, it'll aim at the enemy you're aiming at. Granted, you're not going to guarantee a hit because it's still projectiles that shoot out of your gun. It's not like hit scans. So there's so many different types of weapons. I haven't unlocked everything yet, but maybe one day. There's some cool inventive guns on there. My favorite one so far is the pistol 9mm and the shotgun shells. You basically grab a pistol, you're holding a 9mm bullet, and you fire the bullet, and handguns come out firing, and same with the shotgun. So you have a buckshot, and you're holding it like it's a gun, like the ammo. You fire, and shotguns come out of it, spinning and firing, and it's just creative stuff like that. It's funny. But you only get those for a certain amount of time, and then whoop, it swaps to another gun. So it's constantly keeping you on your feet, which is awesome. Anyway, so that's it on Exit the Gungeon. I recommend it. I wish it had some sort of multiplayer so you can co-op it up, and I don't know. I think it would be fun to do that, but they don't. So I recommend it if you like roguelites and you're done playing Dead Cells or done playing what else? What was another roguelike that came out after Dead Cells?
There's Rogue Legacy,
Hades.
but I think that was before.
Yeah, that was Reload. Hades was the
Hades.
one that came out after that was good. So if you're done with Hades, but I don't think you're done with Hades because they're still adding more content, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They,
But I beat
They
the
released
game,
DLC for Dead Cells as well.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
then this is just another game to add because this is another good roguelike. I highly recommend it.
You hate it.
I didn't hate it. And I think that's it. I just did everything I did. Oh, sorry for the Animu fans. Let me hit you guys with something real quick. I forgot. JoJo update. Giorno Giovanni. What?
I'm trying to find on the Uplay store just the Warlords DLC, but apparently I just want to be a duck because I don't see it.
It should be $30 like he said.
That's what I'm trying to find. I find the standard one, then I find the Warlords edition. It's just a game with the DLC. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, guys. JoJo update. I saw like 2 or 3 episodes. I got Narancha's Narancha's backstory. Bro, I like how everyone the transitions are fantastic. He's in the middle of fighting the dude who shrinks people to death. And he's getting crushed by the guy's foot because at this point he's like an ant-sized thing. It like slow motions to him like in pain, and then bam, right into the freaking infirmary with his mother, as she's like dying with the eye disease that he has. I'm like, what the hell just happened? And then boom, backstory, and I'm like, I know Narancia now. Like I get where he's coming from. Everyone has like that motive. They're all misfits. And then Bruno brought them all together. Seems like it's just dope. Everyone's backstory seems cool. Everyone's gone through the shit, so I can see why they all have that chip on their shoulder. Like when Giorno first meet them, they all have that like that vibe, you know. And you're like, whoa, what the hell did these guys go through? Boom, one by one you start learning. I stopped in the middle of the fight with Purple Haze, and that by far, so far on paper, because I haven't finished that fight yet, that's probably my favorite stand, where he hits so hard.
Fugos?
Yeah, dude, where even his teammates can get the smoke if they get in there, dude. He can kill his team because the virus will just end anything. I'm like, that's strength right there, dude. And I like how they portrayed, like, since Fugo's backstory is like him having like anger outrages, like that's why Purple Haze hurts other people that he doesn't want to, because it's just some sort of visual representation of what he is. So far, man, it's freaking awesome. Fugo's is awesome right now. I think he's rising to that top.
You got his backstory, you said?
Yeah, like him growing up, and then like that, and then the teacher trying to get at him, and that's why he killed him. Like that's why I like the two sides to a story, because it started off with, oh, he killed his teacher or whatever, and I'm like, what? Because the guy he's fighting with the mirror man was telling him, oh, he killed his teacher at age 13. I'm like, damn, this kid is just a killer. And then you get his side of the backstory, and it's like, oh, okay, I don't know if I'd kill him. But he beat him with that book to the point where all that was left was book. All right, like that's. I'm like, oh, I get it. That makes sense. But I left off on the episode, and he's in the middle of that fight, and he's getting roughed up. Like Mirror Man swings at him, and like he's just getting just demolished. And then Gio and I forget his name, Abacchio. I keep thinking Appalachio or some shit, dude. John said I'd erase his genetic code. Yeah, look, facts, dude. So yeah, he ran off to go get the key to the helicopter or whatever the heck that is, and Gio's trying to figure out how to get into the mirror world. So yeah, I'm in the middle of that fight. But yeah, man, so far I'm liking it. That's the JoJo update. It's dope, man. So yeah, Brian's cutting in and out in the video, but
Yeah, for whatever reason I'm looking at the stream and it's choppy, so I just restarted it.
gotcha. What was I gonna say? So yeah, Fugo's definitely climbing up. We'll see how he handles his fight though. See what kind of he's supposed to be like the smartest one because he's like at a young age with the high IQ and stuff. So I'm gonna see how he outsmarts the mirror guy.
Fugo.
That's the JoJo update. Hopefully I'll binge it or something. So I'm already at 13. Whoops. We'll see what happens.
When I first saw Mr. I thought he was sponsored by Domino's.
Yeah, the blue and red, same. Oh shoot. All right. Onward and upward. Kelsey.
Nice.
He said, "Nice, thank you." Someone finally understands.
You know, like a
Ah.
fork.
I mean, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great
Whoa, hold
great
on.
movie.
Hold on, you're just like you're running through.
What?
Alright,
You're
this
like-
is the speed run for Onward. If
Yeah,
you
like,
like what you
it's-
see, join the Discord.
It's not like you're
Teach you how to speedrun.
speedrunning. Give me a minute. Holy shit! All right, go for it, dude.
I really enjoyed it.
No, it's because I was in the middle of like putting down timestamps and stuff, and you're like, "Yeah, I love it. It's great." And I'm like, by the time he's done, I'm not even finished writing down the timestamp.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. Like it's a really cool journey to watch. It's somewhat of a tearjerker, you know, with some of the events that go on.
Okay.
It's kind of a becoming of age story. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend it. I think it was great.
So you co-signed Randall's his recommendation.
Yeah.
Lit. Okay, so we definitely gotta watch this now. That's 2 already, and I haven't even done anything. You didn't put it on the list, but I was gonna ask you about Tower of God. Did you watch this week's episode?
Yeah, I watched the second episode.
Okay.
And I think the next one comes out tomorrow.
Okay.
Um,
And so far,
but
so good still?
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's literally following everything in the manga so far that I've read for the most part. They skipped a little bit of detail that they included in the manga. You know, that's just kind of nice to know. Not necessarily something that you're actually going to know, or you don't necessarily need to know, I guess. I mean, the first episode, it's kind of an intro. They kind of go back and forth with a few things, and then the second episode, they get right into a bunch of fighting. People are dying left and right. It's amazing.
Okay. Sweet. I gotta watch that. Did they say how many episodes are gonna be in this season?
I don't have a clue.
Okay.
Probably actually look it up.
I don't know if they've like announced like how many episodes they ordered. Okay.
Baker's dozen.
Where do we go from here? I was a lot faster than I thought it was gonna happen. Oh, Brian's got stuff. Forgot.
According to this site, there's going to be about 13.
Okay, so they ordered 13. Okay. I kind of like that. The shorter the seasons, usually that means more quality instead of instead of just filler stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, on Reddit, they have like an anime rating for like this week and whatever, and they rate episodes and rate the series and whatever. And I think it's sitting at number 1 or number 2.
okay,
I have to see if I can.
look that up.
Yeah.
All right, while you do that, I have tons of questions for the Valiant, Brian.
The what?
The Valiant, not Valorant. That's not a word. That's just a dumb name. But you're a Valiant. That's how I can get over there. All right? Don't question me again, Brian. I'm here all week. You got it?
Do I start?
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it, man.
Did you switch the picture already?
Huh? No.
Oh shit, it's not even good
Apparently, you're
enough
not
to
worth
have
the
its
picture
own
switch.
Yeah, this guy's a thought. So after a week of having a stream open and then forgetting I was watching it, quote unquote, I got a key on Friday for Valorant. I was watching Pokey mainstream and I got one, so I followed her. 'Cause I owed her,
Here's a
I guess.
follow. Thank you for the key.
Yeah, the game's a small download. It's like 9 gigs.
Yeah,
So that was cool.
That's expected. It just
I started playing the game. It's a tutorial. It's voiced by Steve Bloom.
ooh.
So naturally, it was lit. I think he voices one of the characters in it. I think it's playable. I'm not sure though.
Probably Brimstone.
I did the story. I did the tutorial. Oh, this is CS:GO, almost down to the T with abilities, mechanic wise. So that was cool. You have to keep leveling your account, doing challenges, and then they just give you like a redeemed character token.
Okay.
Before that, I had to play with the characters they give you. It's like 3 or 5 you can pick. I picked a character that's like a support, like a healer. She'll put up ice walls that, like May. She can throw down this orb that just covers the floor in ice that slows you. she can heal herself or you, and then her ult, she can res someone.
Ooh, okay.
Besides that, yeah, gun-wise, like the gunplay, it's almost 1-to-1 CS:GO.
Oh, okay. So it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Once you start firing an automatic weapon and start aiming down.
Yeah, there's definitely recoil patterns for each gun you probably have to get used to. It's not real guns, it's fantasy guns. My favorite so far, it's I guess the DMR, it's a semi-auto one that is headshot does like
Dumb
you get
damage.
close to kill somebody. Yeah, that's one complaint off rip. Is that Siege spoiled me
Yep, I knew
because one, you shoot him in the dome,
dead.
you don't have to be like, did I kill him? No, he's gone.
Yeah.
And two, peeking or like leaning.
There's none of
those
that
are
here.
two-
It's just
yeah.
CS:GO peeking and like strafing in and out.
Yeah, those are two things that I miss. I like the gunplay because CS:GO was fun. I only played it casually, and when they needed my reactions with an op to test something.
Ooh.
The abilities, reworks are definitely needed for some of the characters.
Who's busted?
There's a character. I don't remember her name. It's like I don't remember her name. It's this lady who she has a grenade that's like a Merv grenade.
So little grenades come out after?
Yeah,
Okay.
they have pretty big ranges just from the base grenade, and it does damage. She has like the thing that Junkrat uses, and you can like explosive jump.
Okay.
She has something like that. She has a bot that she puts down, and it just goes forward, and if it sees an enemy, it goes to them and explodes.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, it probably doesn't do that much damage. For a round start, they put it down the way I went.
Uh-huh.
With no armor, it killed me. So I was heated already, and then her ult is a huge ass rocket launcher.
With like a huge huge area, like for a blast radius.
I believe so. I didn't use her because I don't want to hate myself. But characters like that, there's a character who's like Hanzo but broken in the sense that they use arrows to like ping so you can know where people are.
Okay.
They have a drone they can just shoot out, and then you can move in and track people as well. And their ult shoots through walls in like a pretty wide fucking beam.
Shoots through walls, as in like you can
Yeah.
get killed without.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's not just one. It's like multiple, like 2 or 3 of them.
Oh.
Like you do it, you do it, you do it.
Okay.
So characters like that do something because that's not fun.
Uh-huh.
The character I ended up maining is it's like a robot Russian guy. He looks like Q from Third Strike, but Russian. And his whole thing is basically controlling space as well as getting like intel. So
Uh-huh.
he has an ability where he puts a tripwire, and if someone walks past it, the person's here. If they don't like get rid of the tripwire fast enough, it'll stun them. So
Ooh.
it gives you information, and it kind of controls them.
So you can
They
peek
have
right after.
something. Yeah, they have something that I don't really understand how to use it well, but they'll throw a mine, then it's on the floor, and you have to look at it and press a button to detonate it. And it's like an AoE that I think just slows them if they're in it, but I don't really use it that much because I don't really know the best way to use it. Then their other abilities, they get to throw a camera on a wall
Uh-huh.
and basically treat it like a siege. So you can look at the camera and just
Oh, that's the
scope and angle like that.
That's the thing you guys put in Discord where they gave it a gun and then they can
Yeah.
shoot with it.
That's why I need to try it because I main him. But without doing that, it has like you can shoot a tracker dart at people. And then you'll be like, oh, they're over here.
Wait,
They're
are they
all-
aware that they have a tracker dart on them?
Yeah, you have
Okay.
to take it off.
Oh, like in Siege with the poison thing?
Yeah.
Got it.
Their ult is if I'm near a dead person on the other team, I throw my hat at them and it scans them and it pings everyone on the opposing team where they are.
Oh, so that's like what's her name, but without having to kill them first.
Yeah, it's like Kavera mixed
Kavera,
with
yeah.
Dokubi's thing and then kind of Jackal, I guess.
It's crazy how we're doing the comparison to Siege instead of CS:GO because of the abilities.
Yeah, so that's what I was talking about, the abilities. Because gunplay is literally hey,
CS:GO.
Yeah, let's get some CS:GO into our game.
Mm-hmm.
The characters' abilities, I guess it's kind of like Overwatch, but with this character specifically, I saw more parallels to Siege because Overwatch doesn't really have surveillance things like that.
Yeah, not really, unless it's the character himself, and usually the trade off is you're exposed.
Yeah, it's Widow with her ult, and then Hanzo with the
Yeah.
arrow that tells you where they are.
And there's also respawns in Overwatch. That's why they don't care really much about surveillance.
Yeah, the way you buy guns like CS:GO, you also buy like stocks of usage for your abilities -1. One you always have. The other ones
Is
like,
extra.
There's 4 abilities. Those you have to spend money so you can use it. Like you get a use.
Okay.
It's like a consumable. The ult you don't buy every 7 or 8 rounds. You get an ult charge and you keep it until you use it unless you switch sides.
Okay.
You can find black orbs that are around the map that if you like absorb them, you get like a 1 point towards your ult being able to be used.
Oh, so you can get it earlier than this. So not everybody will get the charge at the same time.
Yeah,
if you pick up
go
those
around
orbs.
getting those. Yeah. So far the maps, they're whatever. There's only one that I like. The other ones are like, eh. Minus some characters being broken. I only found 2 that I like, the healing girl and then the siege guy. The rest of them are like not for my playstyle. But they have people like that. They have a rushdown girl named Jet who uses like movement. She has a dash that can go upward or forward, and then some type of like smoke grenade or some shit. And then her ult, she just has a bunch of knives that I think if you're close to them and she hits you, insta kill.
Ooh.
They have a guy named, I think his name is Phoenix, and he's a British black dude. And his whole thing is fire. He has like a firewall. If you get close to it, it burns you. And an AoE grenade that is like damage over time, fire damage.
Uh-huh.
His gimmick on that is if he's next to those things or over it, it heals him.
Okay.
He has a flashbang, but it's not a conventional, hey, I got it, throw it. It snaps 90 degrees. So you pull it out, and if you left click, it snaps 90 to the left. If you right click, it's to the right. So it's to, I guess, go around corners and then follow
and then peek after. Okay.
His ult, and this is probably why they call him Phoenix, you set a spawn location, and then you have a duration where if you were to run out somewhere, and let's say you get killed, you respawn in that specific location for that round. Even if you don't die, it'll take you back to that point.
So it's like Sombra's thing, but it forces you to go back?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess, but it's not triggered by death, though, I guess.
Yeah. The other ones are really mad. The other ones I still don't really understand how they work, or I just hate them.
Okay.
The biggest complaint right now isn't even the game. The game is fun. It's the people.
Oh,
Because
it's already getting toxic?
it's not even that it's toxic. It's that people don't know what an objective is if it doesn't mean getting my kill count up. Everyone's playing like it's team deathmatch. There's matches where it's 3 sites for some maps.
Yeah.
There's one completely open, and then I look, and there's a teammate in their spawn trying to kill them. So it's just people that should not be playing this game because they're not playing it the way it's supposed to be played.
It's probably people just are trying it out and don't really have Counter-Strike game sense. That are just hopping in. Oh, it's a first-person shooter with abilities, and they're just running in, getting their feet wet.
Like, there's other games that have objectives. Unless they only do team deathmatch in any game they play, they should know that it's an objective game. Play the objective.
Uh-huh.
But no.
Let me go get that
You know
spawn.
what's bad?
What?
You know it's bad when I'm on the top of the team with like 24 kills while still protecting the objective and we lose. If I'm on the top of our team, you need to uninstall.
Yeah. I think the same way when I play Siege. Like, if I'm anywhere near the top, bro, like, my team is not doing so hot right now.
Yeah.
Not with that attitude.
No, because I'm like hot
They're-
trash at like Siege and CS:GO. Like those round-based games, like even this game, probably I don't have the patience. So if I'm out there like at the top, that means the rest of my team is not doing so hot. They're just having an off round or an off game.
In
Is that why
this
you
game,
like TF2 is because you die and just come back?
Yeah, man, I love respawns. That's why I like Call of Duty and stuff. Like I just hop in, shoot some stuff, and then I'm done.
in this game, you can ping like Siege as well and like Apex. Unlike CS:GO, there's something I was gonna complain about. And this minus that, like you can do that even when you're dead on the map. But the thing that I don't like is even though you can do that, I feel like I'm less useful when I'm dead as in comparison to Siege, where you it puts you to all the cameras you have.
Yeah, instead of just watching your teammates.
Yeah, I mean, they give you a mini map, and you can kind of see when people are at certain places and where your teams are. But I don't know, it doesn't feel the same.
Gotcha. I haven't seen a lot of gameplay on this because I've been doing what you're doing. Just put on a stream with Valorant on it, and then just put the audio to 1%, so it still thinks I'm watching it, but I can't hear anything, and I'm just working.
Yeah.
So I still haven't gotten the notification that I got into it yet. So I don't really know how well the game or how the game really plays. So
It's basically CS:GO with abilities. The comparison to CS:GO plus Overwatch, I guess, is accurate. If you're gonna play it, play with people.
I would imagine that would help because I mean, it's just your team. You can probably just in there and bowl for a bit, or if you guys want to get sweaty, you can. Like you'll know what to do.
For whatever reason, I'm having I don't know if it's my interface specifically or my computer shitting itself, but in this game and also Siege, for whatever reason, I can't hear in-game like comms, and I can't talk to people, and I don't know why. This randomly happened, I think, last week.
Check your communications device on Windows.
It's all set to the same thing. Nothing changed there.
And do they have specific audio settings where you can choose the device in those games?
No.
Oh, well.
Valorant does. Siege does not.
And it still doesn't work after you specifically set the device?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
And that's just recent. It's like on Monday. Let's just give Bryant a random audio issue because he loves when things don't work correctly.
Gotcha.
So
Cover in the chat.
Yeah.
Cover in the chat says the same thing. He needs his respawns. It's just because I can't. I love watching those games, like watching Siege gameplay and watching CS:GO, and maybe I guess this too because it's like round based. I love watching it. It's tense. It's usually, especially like when people pull out clutches or stuff. Like that's awesome to watch. Me living it and playing it, nah, I can't.
I got a couple clutches. That marksman gun makes me feel like I'm good at the game.
Oh, okay.
The semi-auto.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, if it does that much damage, like you said, like it's probably like 1 or 2 tap and you're done.
Yeah, and it's because it's semi-auto. The recoil's kind of easy to manage.
Okay.
There's rounds where I did clutch. Like if you're the last person and you completely come back, it'll tell you clutch.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time where my team was dead. There's three people alive and they planted, killed all of them and defused, and we won the round.
Oh. Look at this CS:GO player.
Yeah, I recommend the game with people. If you don't like if you want to run and gun, this isn't your game. If you just want to kill things, this isn't your game. It's basically for CS:GO people.
That's what it sounds like.
It's for people who like Siege to an extent, who likes the objective-based shooters.
The round-based.
Yeah,
One
the
life.
search and destroy players, not the team deathmatch players. You'll like this game. For the run and guns and check my KD, move elsewhere.
Yeah.
It looks like to me it looks like it's a better version of Overwatch.
Because it's focused more on the gunplay instead of the abilities.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know, you're not literally just like basically sitting around waiting for everybody to have their ult and then storm once. You know, people are actually like taking time, planning things. You know, that's what I really liked about Counter-Strike is that you have to like think about what you're doing. It's kind of a patience thing, you know, versus just a headstrong, just fucking go in and, you know, if you get some kills, great. Hopefully your team follows up type thing.
You probably like this game then because it's very CS focused.
I wouldn't say better because I wouldn't compare them because they're two different kinds of shooters, but I understand what you mean.
I think you should get into the beta and see what you think, man. Because I know you played CS a lot.
I think Kelsey would like it, but there's gonna be characters that upset him.
Yeah, like I've been watching Summit play, and then Jambi got a key, and another buddy of mine got a key, and like it looks okay. It's nothing that I'm like, oh my god, this looks absolutely amazing.
Uh-huh.
Mostly because I just don't really care for the physical look of it. You know, yeah, like the aesthetic. Like you have a multi-billion-dollar company, and it looks like a startup built this.
Yeah, it's really low poly. It's very,
you know, and I understand this is a closed beta or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a closed beta or alpha or something.
Yeah, so it's not to say that it won't improve, but it's probably not going to improve.
It'll probably stay bare bones, especially since it's free to play. Whenever it releases.
You know, if they actually put some polish into it, like Overwatch did, yeah, like that would be one thing. I mean, this isn't. It's not like it came out at the same time as TF2, and that this was like,
But
this
they
was
had to work
amazing.
it,
This
yeah.
looked, no, this looks like TF2, and it's what, 2020. Like, come on.
Oh, believe me, I know.
It's not a startup company. It's a multi-billion-dollar company that's like, we're gonna get our hands in this, and they were like, yeah, just find some art on the web and just use that. Go for it.
Make sure it plays just like CS:GO.
I mean, it is a graphic update from CS:GO.
No, it's not.
What do you-
Trust me.
CS:GO
is hideous.
in the comparison to
Refresh
this.
or whatever. Yeah.
I've seen screenshots of this. CS:GO looks better than this.
Yes.
CS:GO does not
looks
look
way
better.
better.
That shit looks hilariously outdated, graphic wise.
What? I might be.
CS:GO, they've been updating stuff. Like, they've actually done graphics updates to a lot of the maps and the character models and things. And like the original, like 1.6, that looked like trash. CS Source was like a run at the Source engine, and that looked like trash. But CS:GO is like, I mean, it's at least polished looking. Everything kind of looks together.
If they release something new within the last year, then okay. Since last time you played, so if someone sends me a picture of that, then I might change my mind. But prior to whatever happened within the last year, that shit looked like garbage.
I'm looking at gameplay now for CS:GO that was uploaded January 1st, 2020. And I mean, I prefer this look than the screenshots and the little I've seen of Valorant. Again, they're different art styles because it's animated for Valorant, and this is aimed towards realistic.
Yeah, but this is at least smooth looking. The Valorant just looks really blocky, even for like a cartoonish type game.
And there's also like more detail in the environments. Again, this is all closed alpha that we're judging graphically, but like, CS:GO actually has an environment. Like, from what I've seen, a lot of it is beta. Oh, okay.
I mean, if it's in beta, then this is probably all that they're gonna do graphically. I mean, that beta is generally, when you enter beta, it's like, we've finished the game, people are testing it, and we're fixing the major bugs or doing balance changes, things like that, so that when we release to the total population, the people that were in the beta aren't like, oh, I'm going to pick this character because his rockets are so overpowered that it literally just destroys the other team and nobody wants to play anymore.
Or camera gun.
The camera gun thing looks hilarious. Like, I really like the concept, but it's one of those things where it's like, this is weird.
Yeah, and it could be busted because he can throw it, right? So he can like throw it over buildings and then get like the flank with a camera.
There's limitations.
Oh, okay. I'll take that back.
Camera, yeah, I wish it was normal. I wish I could just give my fucking camera an op.
Camera gun is a bug. Yeah, dude, like that needs to be fixed. As funny as that is.
Yeah, I recommend. I like it. Play with people. You won't get triggered like I did.
Well, I don't get triggered even with people. I mean, the only time I get triggered is playing stuff that I'm doing bad at. I can only blame myself.
No, Anthony. I've heard you play TF2.
Oh yeah, that's also facts. Sometimes, especially because if I'm like on match 9 and I'm still upward, I'm just sick of playing upward,
That's
and then my team is
Anthony.
just like.
Like, like you're in the last minute and your team is everywhere but the point and you get upset.
Yeah.
Now imagine it being that, but they don't spawn anymore, so they wasted your life.
Oh Lord. All right then. So good recommendation there. Let's move on real quick, Brian. So you're high score girl. You already binge watched the whole season's out for season 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's Netflix, you said, so yeah. I put the HI this time because that way you guys can, I don't know, be happy.
Go
for it, dude.
Came out. I'm trying to think. I think it's maybe like less than a year after the ending of the first season. Still arcade stuff happening, fighting games being played, people leveling up. This one's more character relationship centric. So the first one is more. First one's like the arcade world. Hey, these two people watch how they interact in the world. This one, they still play games, but it's less. It's less game footage or like them playing more so than I guess the characters developing.
Okay, so they're focusing more on characters and not. Hey, look, we play games.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Got
still
it.
stuff like that, but they introduced a new character in this season that's pretty entertaining. The mother of the main character, the guy, is still my favorite character.
Okay.
Everything else is basically a spoiler, but I enjoyed this season. The ending, yeah, I'm telling you, this is like the most anime it's gonna get.
Like
ending.
Akira level.
No, it's not like what the fuck did I watch? It's just like, really?
Oh, okay. Because when people say it ends like very anime, that's the first thing that comes up is Akira's ending. I'm like, what the heck am I watching right now?
No, I recommend it. I don't. Apparently, I think there's a bunch of manga content that they still have to catch up to. I haven't read it. I don't plan on reading it. I don't know where it's gonna go from here.
Mm-hmm.
The ending was pretty cheesy, or like just like I don't know how to explain it, but when season 3 does, it hasn't been announced either. There's no release date, but whenever it does come out, I'm gonna try to watch it as soon as possible.
Okay. I was like, okay, so keep watching. So it
There's-
doesn't. It
there's-
didn't shit the bed, I guess, in season 2.
No, there's a character here that like isn't even useful for the intended use of the character after a certain point. I don't know why the character still has this arc in the show after said thing happens. Like, you're aware, we're aware. Why are you here?
I gotta be honest. What you just said in the last 10 seconds didn't make it. Where, what?
I said we're aware.
Oh, we're aware. Okay, because you said
Use
that
your
like
ears, Anthony.
I've tried and it just blue screened. Like I don't know what you want.
Memory overload.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he straight up just null exception me right now. I'm like, what?
I mean, if you like the show, the first season, you probably like the second season. Looking forward to the third season whenever that does come out. One character is lost their use, and I don't know why they're still in that arc for a while.
Gotcha.
And the ending was what the hell's going on, or it was just like, I don't know. The ending was too like anime cheesy, but the rest of it I enjoyed.
Well, Brian, do me a favor and stop thinking about that useless character and tell me about Soriz, the DLC character.
Alright, so boom. Since, PC people can't get nice things, so I had to wait a whole week after console got the characters. There's 2 characters, but I'm not buying the other one because it's a palette swap for the most part.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
There's more to it. It's like a mix between 2 characters, but I just don't care enough about one of the characters to play them. So, So I bought a baby boy, big boy, 70-year-old, just Reinhardt with the fists. His name is Soriz. Got access to him at 9 p.m. yesterday because why would they update for my time? Let's do a Japanese time. Played him a bit yesterday. Played with a friend of mine for a little and then just went into training mode, try to figure out what the hell he does. And then today, before podcast started, I was doing lobby matches with him. First impression, so in Guilty Gear, I main Slayer, who's a vampire. He's kind of like a boxer, but the whole point around him is like counter hit, like bait counter hits and do pressure so you can make them press something so you can counter hit and then shake their hand from how much damage you do.
Okay.
His archetype is identical to that, where land a counter hit, as you saw in the gift that I sent you, the combo thing I did.
Damage
a lot of your
central.
health is gone. The reason he's worse than Slayer is because Slayer has big buttons. He's really stubby,
Oh.
especially in a game where people have whips, people have rapiers, and people have like a bow and arrow. He doesn't get too much damage in mid screen. He doesn't get too many knockdowns. When he gets you into the corner finally, that's when you lose 2 rounds because of how much damage he does.
Jesus.
Yeah, his buttons are stubby, but his hits, I don't know, like when you guys are watching, when you land a hit, you feel like you swung at them.
Yeah, it's very satisfying to watch. When you get hit, I'm like, that should have done a lot of damage. I look up, didn't do that much damage.
Yeah. But it feels good to press buttons with them, at least to land buttons with them. Not as much as Slayer because there's bigger reward and they had bigger buttons, but just enough that makes it fun to play him. His super's hilarious. He has a mechanic where his unique action is he kind of has like a parry absorbs thing where he does this like a bear. If you hit him, he gains a stack of damage resistance. I think 5 is the max. Once you do his super like the ultra basically, he does a flex. His clothes comes off, but he just has like a cloth underwear. And from that point on, I think he has a dramatic boost in his damage resistance by how many stacks you have, and it alters the properties of some of his moves. Like the bionic arm you saw me doing, he goes further and faster. The DP kick thing is a bigger hitbox. When he works the body, he does more hits, and then he makes it a Rekka afterwards. And then he gets another like finisher super out of that mode. That's basically an unblockable anime scene. Where it's like it's 2 hits. The first hit, if you're close enough, because that's shitty range, it'll break your guard. You can't block this. It'll open you up, and then the second hit will basically do like some lunge punch shit. The screen goes black and white, and he basically does a bionic arm that breaks through a mountain. Yeah, it's lovely to look at.
So he's definitely the CQC character then. He just literally he just punches his way to victory.
He's there to work the body. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
If they were to change, he doesn't have an invincible DP, so you kind of have to either armor through it or just be patient. He's very patient for how much he wants to work the body, at least to play him well, it seems. Because anyone can, if they see you coming up just with their weapon, be like, no. And then you just have to sit there.
And just take the slash.
Yeah, so I don't know how good he's going to be. I've only played him a little bit. But he's really fun. So I'm probably going to play him until the character that I'm actually going to force myself to main comes out. But very fun, nonetheless.
Okay, lit. I thought you played Mortal Kombat earlier, dude. Like, I read this, I'm like, what?
No.
So you watched the
today,
movie?
Yeah, today on digital platforms like Amazon, the animated movie for Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge was released. So I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an hour and a half, almost, a little less. It's its own take on the same Mortal Kombat story everybody knows, like that first tournament. There's differences in the plot that they changed that isn't in source material. Besides that, it looks gorgeous. The way it animates reminds me of, remember that game Shank on PlayStation?
Yeah.
It reminds me visually a lot of that. Some of the same voice actors are voicing the same characters, so Scorpion's voice actor is him. Johnny Cage is voiced by Joe McHale.
The tall dude from Soup? Or from Community?
Community, yeah.
Oh,
I don't care too much about his performance, but it was alright. I just don't care for Johnny too much anyway.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else, good job. Animation, really well done. And they still make it gruesome. Like, even in anime, like, I think the first 10 minutes you see someone get kneed or get stabbed by something through the face. You see the eyes pop out, and then he cuts the part of the head off. It's graphic. It's graphic enough. They even have like the X-ray mechanic kind of where someone gets kneed in the face and it shows the skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Good job on that. The fights look like fights. The movie seems really short. They could have did a lot more.
What's the runtime? Hold on.
Yeah, it's only an hour and 20 minutes to an hour 30 minutes around there. They definitely condensed that first Mortal Kombat tournament to fit this time frame, so a lot of people don't even get too much time to shine. But
does this take
that,
place before he became Scorpion?
It starts before that, yeah.
This might be up your alley there, around.
They do a good job setting up, or showing human Scorpion basically. So when you see everything, and believe me, you see everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're like you're already like rooting for him.
That's pretty cool. I have to give it a watch.
Yeah.
Look at Randall. He's like, "Yo, can this thing end so I can go watch it right now?"
I recommend it. Yeah, if you like Mortal Kombat, even for its lore, it's not the same story. They changed some things, but I still enjoy it nonetheless.
Zordon in the chat says Johnny Cage should be voiced by Nicolas Cage.
You're supposed to somebody cool is supposed to voice Johnny Cage, not Nicolas Cage.
Oh, damn. Okay. So, yeah, you recommend the... Okay. I'm about to just put it on the backlog and I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Mortal
How long
Kombat.
is your backlog?
It's never ending. I can't see the back of my backlog. That's how big my backlog is. I have to watch this. Oh, didn't mute my phone. There's that. Nice try. Whoever the heck just sent me back-to-back messages. What was I gonna say? Like, I still need to. I gotta watch a bunch of like U.S. shows, like Better Call Saul. I still need to go watch. I still need to watch Watchmen on HBO.
I still need to finish Legion and fucking Preacher.
Yeah, the backlog is just, it continues to get more and more lengthy. We still have to finish Riverdale, Randall. So like we're still behind.
I don't think she with that dude anymore.
You got it. There you go. Slide in there, Randall.
He's not gonna slide in there. Let's just move past this.
All right. So I guess we're done with all the reviews and stuff. We have the fan mail section now. That's filled with a crap load of Zordon questions. So let me do that real quick. Where we at here? 151, 10. It's just filled with it. Like, we have some of these are just statements. So I mean, we can get through it pretty quick. Let's get it. All right, Zordon,
Oh,
brace
shit.
yourself. What happened?
I saw the fan mail picture.
Oh shit! We cyber mailing. Look at Randall smiling because he's in the universe.
It's because as soon as I saw that, I immediately thought about fan mail by TLC.
Is that part of the video? Why?
What video?
Wait, what? Like the music video?
It looks. I mean, I don't remember seeing like envelopes, but the stuff in the background is kind of similar to how the video looks.
Oh, maybe it. Okay, maybe this screenshots from that video. All right, let's start off with Zordon's freaking fan mail section at this point. Let's start off with in all caps, Better Call Saul. Period. Vince Gilligan is one of the greatest television writers in history. Period. So I'm assuming that's because of this current season, Better Call Saul, which I guess thanks for hyping it up. Once I'm finished with JoJo, I'll probably hop on to that because I am behind.
How many seasons are there?
This is the 4th or 5th? Javi and Zordon can correct me if I'm wrong. 5th, yeah. Okay, last episode was better than anything in Breaking Bad. Okay, now you're overhyping it. Please slow it down.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's really overhyping it.
But Javi says this season is really good. I believe him that it can get better than Breaking Bad because it's been building up the way Vince Gilligan likes to build things up.
I don't doubt it, but this is the reason why I haven't watched Better Call Saul yet. Because people keep doing this, and I'm just like, I don't want to ruin what Breaking Bad did for me.
Oh.
I need people to just like, is it good? Yes or no? No 1917 like Anthony over here. Yo, this movie, like, if it came out last year, be dead ass.
Yo,
No,
but those are all
good.
facts. If it came out last year, that would have been number 1. Like, 1917 is legit, dude. Oof. All right, moving on. If each of you would have to do the following workouts, where do you think each of you would rank from 1 to 4 and why? Murph, Grace, 5K run. Oof, 5K run, dead last place. I don't know what Murph and Grace is. What are you guys?
I'm severely out of shape when it comes to cardio right now, so I don't know if I would make it far.
Me and Brian will be dead last together.
I think we're
I'm a
all be
lifter,
dead
I don't run
last.
anymore.
All right, so all of us would be dead last together.
If we're talking about a current state, I would finish behind you guys. If we were talking about when I was like, a kid, I'd probably be pretty quick. I mean, I used to run and play soccer and all that shit all the time, and so I used to just run laps around everybody.
So then probably, here's what's going to happen. You think you're going to be in last place, but that muscle memory is going to kick in, and then you're just going to outrun the shit out of us because I'm going to be
There's no
gasping
muscle
for
anymore.
air.
I'm just
Okay.
a fat piece of shit.
That's not how that works. I don't believe that for a minute.
You can roll then.
Fuck. I don't know what Murph and Grace is, so we have to move on because he gave us a bunch of other questions.
Just pretend to be a droidka and just roll all the way to victory.
Randall, what do you think of Goldberg?
The wrestler.
I would hope. I don't know any other
His move,
Goldberg.
the spear, is pretty cool.
I can confirm that. I like watching him do the spear.
He's one of my top 3 favorite wrestlers.
Does Randall believe in a thing called lethal leap year?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. For all I know, a lot of these things are just made up, and he said it on the spot. Like, I don't even know.
So Grace is.
What is lethal leap year?
I can tell you what Grace is when he's done.
Go for it. He's asking Siri what a lethal leap year is.
Grace is. It's just 30 cleans and jerks. For time, 135 pounds for men, 95 pounds for women. But I think
I think I can do that
you just do it.
for time as fast as you can.
Yeah.
I don't know how fast I'll be able to do it, but I can definitely do it. 135 is
What
not
was
so
the
bad.
other one?
And the other one was Murph.
Murph workout itself consists of a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and another 1 mile run, all done consecutively.
Oh, fuck Murph. Nope. I'm good. I'm dead on Murph. So the only one I could possibly do with without that much problem is Grace. Because it's just lifting.
Yeah. Murph would probably be my last. I'd probably finish a 5K before I finish that one. Mostly because I can't physically do a pull-up anymore.
Zordan
I can at least finish a 5K.
Zordan says that Murph is done with a weighted vest. I'm cool on that then. No, I'll die.
With that attitude.
Yeah, let's move on while he looks up lethal year, I guess, and he can answer. I guess this is to Randall again. If Kimberly had the opportunity to join a research organization that could use his skills in order to develop a cure for African American vampirism, also known as Blade Syndrome, do you think he would participate or get a hamburger?
Well,
Randall?
Hmm?
No, okay. Let's try it from the top.
It has something to do with wrestling. Southpaw wrestling.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't
I
know what
don't
that
know
is,
what
so we're
that
moving
is.
on, dude. If Kimberly had the opportunity, if you had an opportunity to join a research organization that could use your skills in order to develop a cure for African American vampirism, which is a Blade Syndrome, would you participate in it or get a hamburger?
I have to pick one of the two.
Yes.
Then obviously I'm going to participate.
Okay. How do we each feel about sweet potato fries?
I like them.
I love them.
They're good.
They're okay.
There we go. If each of you had to buy a car under 30K, which would it be and why?
I'd get a mini, Countryman.
That's under 30,000.
Yeah.
How much are these? Okay, a Honda Accord hybrid.
Why?
It's a hybrid. I don't have to worry about going to the gas that often.
No shit. Might just get a full battery.
I don't know how much those cost. I just needed an answer.
Oh.
What did you, and Kelsey, I think you're the last one. No, Randall has an answer, right?
I don't know. Probably an Accord.
There you go. Randall, you looking up here? This man looked up the Tesla. I fucking
Tesla
knew it.
Model 3.
That's under 30?
Yep.
Oh, then there you go. You for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's 30 on the dot.
Oh, but he says under 30, so I don't think that counts, Randall. This would be 29,000.
No, he can barter. He can barter with them.
That's also true. Cobra says Mazda 6. And then
Javi,
Javi
what the hell's a
asked,
tuk-tuk?
does a tuk-tuk... I'm not gonna... We're gonna move on. There's probably a curse word somewhere. How do you feel about the Final Fantasy VII Remake? I haven't touched it yet. I think the only person who's touched it here is Kelsey, and and you enjoyed what you played, right? Oof.
Is he there?
Oof. I mean, he's in spirit, maybe.
You talking to me? Sorry. I
That's a
was
good random
reading something.
impression.
I didn't hear you.
That's fine. How do you feel about the Final Fantasy VII Remake?
I mean, so far I'm excited about it. I played the demo and it was a lot of fun. They've really kept a lot of the core game stuff together, and I think overall it's going to be great. I'm a little upset that they're releasing it in 4 parts or whatever.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
You
same
know,
here.
and it's probably going to be $60 for each part, which kind of blows, but I'll probably get it at some point.
Oh my god, speaking of which, nice shirt. I just noticed it.
Yeah, It's Final Fantasy 7.
Speak of the devil. All right. If Bryant, I guess my brother, because the way you spelt it, was hanging off a cliff, which Instagram ass models do you think could use their quads to pull him back up? Randall, this is your field.
Didn't you say it's for him?
Yeah, but I don't know if he knows.
How he's gonna ask? How you gonna ask me if the question is for him?
Because you're well versed in the Instagram.
All it says is if I'm hanging off the cliff.
Yeah, if he's hanging off a cliff, which one has a quad?
Isn't Zorton in the chat?
Yeah, he is.
So who was the question for? Zorton?
Us.
Oh, it's for all
of us. Who would we put for as the? I don't know any of them. So like.
So the question is, he's hanging off a cliff,
and yeah,
and we need to find someone to do what?
No, not someone. Instagram ass models that can use their quads to pull him back up. End quote.
I'm gonna go with ADLR plays.
Oof, talk about it, fam. Let's go. I got these quads for you. I can pick Brian up. Oh, he's gonna go look through his black book of fucking. We'll move on while he browses.
Anna Quinn.
What is it?
Anna Quinn.
There you go. I'm gonna vote. He's the master here, so I'm gonna just second whatever.
She's actually a fitness person, so
okay.
She's strong. So,
if Weird's life depended on it, do you think he could out deadlift Anthony? Yes, if his life is on the line. You know what? People get some like surprising strength when they face the mortality. I mean, unless you have a different answer there, Kelsey. Are you here?
I don't know. I think I was waiting to see if you were going to ask me. I think we just have a huge size difference, and I think that is to my advantage.
I think without his life on the line, he can out deadlift me. Like that's. He used to lift before, so I mean, he still has a bit of that muscle there. It's not completely gone. Would you be willing to go to a restaurant to see how bad their food service is? I'm talking legendarily bad. No, are you asking if I would actively go to a known terrible restaurant to see how bad it is? No.
Not actively. Purposely.
Purposely, yeah. No, I would not do that. Why?
That's a waste of money.
Yeah.
What if it was free?
No, I still won't, because I might could get something from it, like some food poisoning or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Because it's never actually free. You just wasted time to be upset.
Time is money, Randall. I know you don't really give a shit. You come here at 9 p.m. on the podcast, but time is money, my guy.
Okay.
So you would, if it's free?
To taste bad food?
To taste fat that's known to be legendarily bad food.
See, part of me is like, bad is relative.
I mean, yeah, but if it's known, I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Kelsey, what you think? You'll go and check it out?
Probably go check it out.
Holy shit, what a trooper, dude.
Because, I mean, again, it's like, it's based on what other people say. You won't know until you actually try it yourself. You can always say, oh, this is trash and walk out. But if you taste something, it's not as bad as... It's not great, but it's not as bad as what everyone else is saying.
Cobra brought in some perspective here. He's like, it's only a yes if you're living on the streets.
Also, he said food/services. So, do you want to eat something bad while they're just calling you the N-word the entire time?
This dude went from like a 0 to 1,000.
It said legendarily bad, so that's what it is.
It does say /service. So that means they'll probably like ignore you for the first 20 minutes, and then they'll probably be like, they'll take your order incorrectly on purpose. I don't like no, I'm good.
But that doesn't make any sense because if a restaurant was that bad, they wouldn't be in service.
That's also true, but this is a hypothetical universe, Randall. So
I'm going based off of realism.
That's not what this is.
If a restaurant is...
Javi says they'll mug you first.
If a restaurant has a reputation for being the worst, then it probably means that their food is not good.
I don't know, Randall. Okay, I'm just asking the question.
Not necessarily the service.
All right, let's move on. How do you feel about Trifecta Nutrition? I think they're overpriced in my opinion. I don't know what that is, so it might be overpriced because I've never heard of it.
Yeah, nerf it.
I tried it. That was the food that I had that one time that came in a white. Was it what is it called?
I don't know. You tell me.
A white package.
Where they remove the air from an object.
Space.
It's packed. It's packed. What is it called again?
Vacuum sealed.
Yeah, that the food that comes in vacuum sealed. Remember, I used to get it's like a whole bunch of food like cases with the white foam bottom, and it was vacuum sealed. That was trifecta.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was just cocaine.
And you thought it was overpriced? Do you think it was overpriced?
It wasn't overpriced, but the food was trash compared to like what you were paying for.
But that's what overpriced would be, right? If you're paying.
No, I mean like the food was just trash.
But that wouldn't that account towards being overpriced? Like if you pay a certain amount of dollars.
Well, for me, it wouldn't have mattered if they gave it to me for $2. I still wouldn't have took it because the food was trash. So the amount of money isn't the issue. The food was just trash.
But that's not the question. Is was it overpriced? Not if the food was good.
To me, overpriced would be like, okay, the food is good or at best mediocre.
Okay.
But you're being overcharged. To me, that's what that means.
All right.
It's like, Anthony, imagine you had Chick-fil-A and you're like, yo, I fucking love it. $100.
Is that overpriced to you?
To get your meal. Yeah.
It's Chick-fil-A though.
It's still overpriced though.
Right. So that's what he means. Overpriced just means he wouldn't pay for this even if he liked the food.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. Okay. I don't know what that means. What are you saying? All right. Moving on. How do you feel about the new Hearthstone expansion? I haven't played Hearthstone in years.
Yeah, I haven't played it since it first came out.
Yeah, I tried it when it first came out. I'm like, yeah, and then some guy hit me while my goons were on the table still, and I said, I'm done playing this. I know it's a weird thing to have against a card game, but bro, when I have other enemies or my team on the field, you shouldn't touch me. That man said, "Here's damage right to me. I'm done." What the hell are my people doing?
I want to try it because I like Hearthstone, but I don't care enough to reinstall it. And I want them to add the 2v2 modes, like double-headed dragon, and they didn't do that, so I'm not going to reinstall it.
I didn't even see, damn it. I wanted to call it the witch, what is the Yu-Gi-Oh one? The wizard girl?
Dark Magician Girl.
That's what it is. Wizard girl.
At the end of this month, Legends of Runeterra, the League card game, is 1.0.
Oh, that's good for them, right?
Random thought. Did you guys ever watch Bleach?
Sure did.
Yeah.
You kidding
So
me?
they're apparently coming out with a new season. And
Why?
it's so apparently it's actually the last thing that happens. And it's when what is it, the Quincy's?
Quincy
So apparently
Warrior.
the Quincy's are like alive or something. I don't really know exactly the thing about it. A buddy of mine was just telling me about it. But they like come back and just wreak havoc fucking everywhere.
So now they're up against the Quincy's?
Yeah.
What the heck?
I think it's called the 1,000-year, 100-year Quincy War.
Oh. Zordon says the ending to Bleach was stupid. I don't remember the ending to Bleach. Like, that's how long ago.
I didn't get to the end.
I saw the ending to Bleach. I'm sorry. I caught up on the anime, and then I read ahead in the manga. And then that's it. And that was it. Once I reached the end of the manga, I think I reached the end of the manga. And that was done. Azeron, right? Azeroth? No, what was the guy's name?
Aizen.
Aizen. That's what it was. The ending only happened in the manga? Oh, I don't remember. I remember it was Aizen and a ball of fire or some shit. And I don't remember. I'm not even going to try to remember. All right, let's keep it moving. What is your favorite math equation? Pythagorean theorem. Because I love saying it. Randall, what's yours?
I have no idea.
Kelsey, you got one? Shook your head as soon as I said it.
Whatever that we had to sing it in school.
What?
PEMDAS?
Is it PEMDAS?
It's like
Yeah.
opposite of b plus or minus the square root of whatever all over minus 2a. I don't remember what it is.
That sounds familiar. I just don't remember the name of it either. All right. Well, when we get it, let us know. The quadratic formula? Is what
Maybe.
I'm saying. He has it in all caps, so now he's for sure his quadratic formula. Brian, you got one?
Find X.
All right. What is your favorite game in the Souls series? I got the furthest in Demon Souls, so I guess that.
But I think 3 was the one I was playing with Javi, and I was using fist weapons, so I'm gonna go with that. But I don't like any of the Souls games.
Randall, did you play any of the Souls games? No? Kelsey, I know Kelsey definitely did. I might even add.
I played all the Souls
Yeah,
games.
I figured. Which one was your favorite?
Maybe 3. 1 and 3 were really good. 2 was shit.
If we have to pick one, gun to the head. Go.
3.
Oof, easy. Okay. And then last one, do you think Anthony has the ability to understand mind control?
No.
No.
Sekiro and Bloodborne aren't Souls games though.
Yeah, I mean they're made by the same they're made by the same developers, but I wouldn't consider them the same series.
I think he's asking what about between the two of them.
I count them as Souls games, but they're not actually. So that's incorrect.
I disagree. They're not Souls games. They're made by the same developers, but I wouldn't consider them in the same. And
Now, if
granted,
you
a lot
said
of my if a game from software, then that's different.
Yeah, if you say it's a Souls-like game, then I can agree with you.
Yeah, we're deviating here. Sorry, man.
I liked Souls over Sekiro. Sekiro just felt to be different.
I still need to play that.
Find all games from Software, Bloodborne.
There you go. There's your answer from. You didn't play any of them, right? Okay, so Kelsey, now with including all of them, still Souls.
Souls.
Yeah,
Still 3.
I haven't played anything that much besides Demon Souls, so my answer still stays the same. But I really do want to try Sekiro.
Oh, if we're including Demon Souls, I didn't realize we were including the Demon Souls in that. Demon Souls is still by far my absolute favorite.
Yes, I only like it because I got the furthest in there.
Like
I didn't really play the other ones that much.
I liked the open world concept of the Dark Souls series, but the gameplay for Demon Souls just felt better. You know, like I really enjoyed the parry system a lot better. You know, I played the shit out of Demon Souls. Like that game was so much fun.
I feel that.
If they were to make Bloodborne, like the environment and the world, but with Sekiro's gameplay, I would completely like the game.
Brian would have hit a oof on his keyboard. Zordon says he thinks fights like the Nameless King top anything in Demon Souls. I don't know what that is, so that was for the Souls vets here.
I don't even remember what that is.
All right, that's it for me, peeps.
Is it?
They can do some releases.
So Randall asked me an interesting question earlier. Would you guys like to hear it?
Randall did?
Randall did.
Don't smile, Randall, like you have nothing to do with it. Go for it.
If you became a vampire, who is the first person you would bite and why?
Why'd you ask him that?
Bite to convert them or bite to like eat them?
That's the first thing I asked. And he said, your choice as to which one you would want to do.
Give me a sec.
I don't know.
The first person to bite? Would that mean
Yeah.
would that turn them into a vampire as well?
I mean, that's up to you. You can either turn them or you can, just
Have that choice. Oh, everybody.
finish him.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody at once is your
At
first
once.
answer.
I mean, how fast have you seen Castlevania? They're fast. I can
It's
get
still,
everybody.
even if you're lightning fast, it's still a first person.
For that reaction, it's Randall. Randall's first. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
To turn him or to kill him?
I'm turning him. So he can definitely be the Dark Knight. He'll never leave the darkness. Like how he always wanted. He can be Batman. You're welcome, Randall.
I'll be Blade. AKA Daywalker.
No, but he's half.
Yeah.
This converts you fully. That's what he said. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, it's not half. You can't just make things up. The heck, Randall? That's not fair, dude. Who'd you bite first, Randall?
I said my mom.
Oh, okay. This is the way she can live forever? I see what you mean. Brian, what you got?
Probably grandma.
Oh, okay. Same reason?
Yeah, no, I'm killing her. No, I'm just kidding.
What the heck?
Oh, my God. Shit. How about you, Kelsey?
He said some politician. I forget his name. Something Connell.
Mitch McConnell,
Yeah.
garbage human being.
So I guess it's safe to say he's not turning him.
Yeah, I don't think that's how... When he said garbage human being, he's not going to make him live. Okay. I don't know why Randall asked you that question. That's really weird.
Oh, that was an
How
interesting
was that
question.
weird?
That's weird, Randall. I don't know.
I think about a lot of things throughout the day, man.
All right, peeps. For the releases this week, we have... I didn't see anything for gaming, and I didn't see anything for movies. Movies, obviously, theaters aren't really open, so for games, I think we're kind of in the lull, so we just have indie games coming out and smaller titles. And then for music, I just saw Division on there. I think that's how you pronounce it, DVSN.
Yeah, it's Division.
I've heard some of his tracks on SoundCloud back when I used to listen to random things on SoundCloud, and they were pretty cool. So I'm going to listen to his project to see how that goes. And that's about it, man. What are you guys doing this week?
Is that it?
Yeah. What are you guys doing this week?
I was on P.
Go for it. You were on what?
No, you're right.
You're going to P what?
No, let's go.
You're on PS4?
No.
Go ahead, Kelsey.
With what?
What are you doing? What are you doing this week?
Oh, I don't know. Probably nothing. I'm bored as shit. I'm kind of a
snap.
homebody, and I'm still bored as shit.
The quarantine is starting to get to
It's
him.
starting to get to him for real.
Kelsey, learn a fighting game already.
I've actually been thinking about learning how to draw
Oh, that's
Okay.
pretty good too. Yeah.
or working on the car.
Well,
Okay,
well
that's
pick
just,
one.
That's just a recurring thought. It
Yeah,
seems.
like you keep.
Shannon said working on the car.
Oh, okay. Just stream
Doesn't
that.
matter. She said she didn't want to watch Spider-Man. She doesn't have an opinion anymore.
Oh shit.
Shannon, Brian wants you to come in here and tell him that you don't like Spider-Man. Brian wants you to come in here and tell him that you don't. That's for a fact that you don't really care for Spider-Man.
I want to know why she doesn't want to see the movie because you
He
said she
wants to
didn't
know
want to see
why
it.
it is that you don't care for Spider-Man.
That's okay. Is he deaf?
You
Say again?
realize that most people do that, right?
I'm
Because
just.
she doesn't like the
And I-
movies.
And I noticed
How
it
does
at
she
work.
not like the movies if she hasn't seen the movie?
It's not something she's interested in.
Maybe she doesn't like spiders.
All right. That's it. Maybe some car stream or a drawing stream later this week.
I doubt there'd be a drawing stream.
If he
But
did it, I'm about to say, if he did a drawing stream, I would never hear the end of it from any of you guys.
all right, I'm doing a drawing stream later this
Okay,
week.
I was like Kelsey. Like right after this, I'm gonna stop recording, start drawing.
Like I have these I got these books, these PDFs of some books by this guy named Andrew Loomis, who's an illustrator or something, years ago, and I just haven't bothered to, really read them. But I mean, I used to draw when I was a kid, and I got fairly decent at it. Obviously not up to Randall's or Gabby's level, but I was drawing for several years, and thought about getting back into it.
Bro, stream it.
Stream the
I
progress.
wasn't joking.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. Like you have like episode 1, learning to draw day
Yeah.
1, and just have like a series, and then know.
Yeah, you can put that on YouTube too as a series. Absolutely. People
I
love
feel like if it was Anthony or Bryant doing this,
Yeah.
I feel like there would be like a logo or those things that people just put on their screen sometimes. Like it usually has their information, like their different media information, like
social media and stuff?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is their Instagram. I feel like it would be like a picture of a middle finger and then my name underneath it.
I'd probably write something like "Eat Your Heart Out, Randall" or something like off, like right off, like almost off out of the frame. So you can be like, "What the hell is that?" And I can say it on stream, like, "Oh, you just mean this right here where it says fuck off, Randall."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kelsey, this week stream you on the creative category. And then I'm gonna send Randall the link of you drawing, and I'm be like, he beat you to the punch.
If you want to do it on Thursday, I'll stream me working on music in the same chat as you while you're doing that, so you have a soundtrack.
Oof. And then Randall's gonna be like, dang.
Well,
Speaking of which,
like,
Randall, what you doing this week?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I did have something I could have mentioned earlier, was that I had to work a lot of long hours at work. I didn't mention it because it's not really much to it. It's just that we had deadlines, and I think like Saturday I started working at like 6 p.m. and I didn't finish until like 10:30 a.m. on Sunday. Went to sleep, got back up, ate some stuff, started working again at like 5:30 maybe, and didn't finish working until like 12:30 in the morning. So I've just been working a lot lately because we had deadlines. But it's looking like it's starting to slow down a little bit, at least that I don't have to work so late. So I might pick up playing Madden again. I'm in the middle of a season.
You should definitely stream that. I think you're muted, Kelsey.
Yeah, he's talking to Shannon.
Oh.
I am.
It looks like
I'm muted because I was talking to Shannon.
Oh.
You should stream that.
It's because as soon as you said Madden, I looked at Kelsey to see if he's gonna say you should stream that, and I think he mouthed it, and I'm like, is he talking to us now?
did.
Okay, I knew it.
I said you should stream that out loud.
I
but
fucking knew it, dude.
because I was muted.
I feel like I want to do something else other than play
Over here,
Madden. You guys can
Oh,
hear me?
I know what you could do.
I'm not
You
streaming,
can stream your art
Kelsey.
channel.
That's true.
Anyway,
What do you mean anyway? Like that's a bad idea.
it's not. I'm not saying it's not a bad idea. I'm not saying that it's a good idea. I'm just saying that I'm not doing it.
Okay.
But I will be posting the video soon of that thing that I posted on Instagram. I'm drawing a picture Dragon Ball Z style. So I'm probably gonna finish that, and then if I do finish that this weekend, then I can edit the video and then do my. What's so funny, man?
Cobra said it's not a bad or good idea. It must be a mediocre idea.
Yeah, it is. It's right in the middle.
No, it's a good idea. You would have like 20 people right off the bat watching you, more than any of us.
Facts, bro. The people who are watching now are watching this podcast because you're in it.
How does he know that? He's making up numbers.
Because we're analysts. We're analysts, and that's what we do. We
Because
check the
we've been
numbers.
streaming for a while. We also know how many people want to watch you draw. Not to mention,
How do
the
you
number
know
of
how
people-
much? How do you know that? No,
Randall, our chat always, when it comes to this topic, my
it's
chat
the
is
same people. Is probably
It's who?
Johan.
Here we go. You're gonna leave somebody out.
Maybe Javi.
Other way around.
What do you mean other way around?
Javi will probably watch me. Like he's always in everyone's streams here.
Yeah.
I feel like Anthony will pop in there for like 5 minutes and then leave.
Those are facts. Those are facts. Or either that, or I'll leave you on like before I go to bed, depending on what time you're streaming it. Because that's what. But sometimes Brian has like longer late streams. I just have it on my TV and I fall asleep.
So
Or Javi did too once when he was playing Resident Evil. When he would try to learn speed runs or something for Resident Evil, I'd have him on there and then I'd fall asleep to him.
my point is that it would not be 20 people in there. Is what I'm saying.
You definitely would.
It would be 20 people. I can almost guarantee you it would be at least 20 people on your first stream.
So Randall, do you want to place a wager right here live on the podcast?
I just need to know.
No, I need you to answer my
where
question.
are you getting these numbers from?
I need you to answer my
because
question.
it's not 20 people on this podcast.
Okay.
There's not
I
20 people
understand
on this podcast, but there's 20 people that would watch you draw
Randall,
because they like your art.
Randall,
Mm-hmm.
you want to put a wager up?
What 20 people is he talking about?
Randall, I don't care about
I'll
that.
be right
I'm
back.
asking you a question. He's leaving to go do something.
You get him to agree to it.
Yeah. So wager, he's gone now. So you don't have to worry about what 20 people. It's me now. Look at me now. All right.
I'm not betting you.
Do you want to put a wager up?
No.
Why not? You're so certain it's not gonna be 20 people, right? So it's an easy win.
I'm more curious as to where you getting this number
That doesn't
from.
matter.
It does matter.
All right. The thing is, you're certain not 20 people won't watch your first stream, right?
I think it's going to be my core friends like you guys. And then even in within the number of you guys are not going to stay on there long. I think the longest people who might stay is Kelsey and maybe Bryant if he's doing something simultaneously as my stream is up.
Did you ever think about going into politics?
No, why?
Because you're just dodging everything. What I'm asking is, you know for sure there's not going to be 20 people on your first stream.
Yes, I know for
For sure. So this wager, your easy win, right?
I'm not betting you.
Why are you so confident then?
Because I don't even know 20 people that's gonna watch.
Well, again, you really, Randall, 2024. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't matter.
2024.
Yeah,
what the heck are you talking about?
That's when he wants you to run.
For president.
Okay.
So you don't take this wager or not?
What's the wager?
Whether or not you'll get 20 people on that first stream.
I understand that, but there's usually stipulations like
that
if you win, you get blah blah blah. If I win, I get blah. So what is the?
If you win and 20 people don't watch your first stream, I will never hassle you again. No one here will hassle you again about streaming. If you get 20 or more on your first stream, that is not what you do.
Nah, I'm not.
Knew it. That's right. Because I can get 20 people to go watch you, my guy.
It's pretty easy. I know people.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, as soon as
He sound like the mafia.
well, we know people, so we can get those 20 things on there just to prove this point. Cobra says Twitch has a few million users, and there's a lot that watch the creative ones, so.
Nah, especially art.
How many art streams do you guys look at?
I look at the one for Cerebral because they actually draw all the characters. Bob Ross. I watch a friend of mine's wife is an artist, so I watch that. And then there's someone else that randomly gets recommended that I watch, but I don't remember the name.
There's 6.8 thousand people watching art right now.
I'm not
only on Twitch. So
I'm not.
That could be
I am not dismissing the fact that
that's a cool oil painting.
It's not a popular medium. What I am saying is I am not going to generate 20 people by initially streaming.
Yeah, because you won't initially stream. That's the only reason why you won't. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Randall.
Anyway, I guess we're moving on. So what are you doing this week, Randall? Because he's already done with his.
I told you.
Oh, nothing?
I said that I'm probably, if I don't have to work a lot, I'm going to play Madden.
Got it.
And maybe finish that drawing.
Brian, what you got?
Tomorrow I'm going to be grinding out some Siege, try to get the cosmetics for Valkyrie, because that's the whole reason I bought the Battle Pass.
Oh, okay.
Thursday I'm probably just going to I'll either stream and just do music or just not stream and just do music.
Okay.
Friday I'm going to be playing GranBlue with a bunch of friends.
Ooh.
And then Saturday, depending on if you still want to play COD, I'll join you in that, or I'll just try to get people for Valorant.
Gotcha.
What are you doing?
What I'm doing, Randall, let's see. This week, we're Tuesday, right? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Okay, I guess I don't know what specifically I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I do want to play TF2 in honor of the recent passing of the Soldier voice actor, so I don't know if it's tomorrow or Thursday I'll be playing TF2.
Did he pass because of old age?
Coronavirus.
While he
Are you serious?
Well, he was fuck. He had an underlying issue already. While he was battling that, he got corona, and then that ended him.
What the heck, man?
So that's where we're at.
How old was he?
79. Let me go look it up.
Oh, he was kind of up there, then.
Yeah, TF2 Soldier. That's gonna come up with Rick May. Well, he was recovering from a stroke, so he had a stroke, and then he had the corona.
Do they touch on like how he got it?
I don't know. I haven't looked into
So Randall,
all of it, but
that's terrible, man. What the
79.
you gonna stream? You gonna stream?
No, I tried to get him, but he said he was confident he would not get 20. So I'm like, all right. So I gave him this wager. I gave him if he doesn't get 20, right, we will never heckle him again about streaming. But if we get him 20 or more, that is what he does now. Is he streams art on a consistent
I don't
basis.
even know that we would have to do anything.
I know
Like,
that. I know that. But he was confident. But I'm like, if we needed to, I can just like quickly text some people like, yo, just go watch this stream for like an hour.
Like there's thousands of people that love to watch art streams.
Yeah, I just showed him. I told him I gave him the number on the Twitch.tv art.
There's like
Category?
7,000 people currently watching.
Yeah, watching
people
art.
draw.
So like it's you just promote your channel and hopefully people start watching. And that's what Instagram's for. You put a bunch of fucking hashtags, and then people.
You know, not to mention you could promote your clothing line and all sorts of stuff on it.
And that's art, especially if you're designing logos and stuff for that. Anyway, we're beating a dead horse at this point. So yeah, we're playing TF2 this week in honor for our recent passing, and then I don't know, and probably the Division, because boy am I in there.
Was there a recent upgrade? I mean, not upgrade.
If you say
DLC?
update in TF2 in the same sentence, I'm not gonna ask you to leave.
I was talking about the Division.
Oh yeah,
Was there a recent update?
Yeah, there's an expansion that came out not too long ago. It's called the Warlords of New York, and we go back to New York from the first game, but it's not in the winter time, so it's nice and the environments look different.
That's what I was asking Cobra, because I'll probably get the Warlord thing relatively soon, but I've also only got to like right after you get to level 30, and then the world levels up, and then I stop playing.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's when once you hit level 30, that's when he recommends going to New York. That'll give you 31 to 40, and then once you do 30 to 30, once you complete New York, you get the battle pass stuff. You get access to the battle pass stuff, so you can stay in New York and keep fighting stuff, or you can come back to Washington DC and still get the season pass, like, and keep leveling the battle pass.
Okay, well, we'll see.
That's what I'm hooked. I'm at 40 already for this season's battle pass.
I want to play it. It's just I'm juggling Valorant beta.
GranBlue.
I'm trying to get at least decent in GranBlue.
And then music
stuff. I'm trying to do Blasphemous. I've been playing that to beat it.
Oh, that's right. You were playing that.
Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Kelsey said that Shannon just managed to shut off the power to his computer.
I feel like that was on purpose.
Probably. All right, so if he gets back on, fine. If not, I think we have a fill in real quick. No, I do not. I don't have the picture on here anymore. Why? Oh, I hit the wrong one. That's why. Whoops. Wait, what the heck? Oh, because it moved.
She popped a breaker.
Oh wow. Overlays and fall. That's where it's at. Let me put that stand in real quick.
Is that a twerking move or something?
Is it still 60 on Stadia, Anthony?
I think so, because it's not on sale. What's on sale this week is Borderlands.
I don't go anywhere.
I'm sorry.
I can just get the DLC.
Borderlands and Red Dead are on sale on Stadia.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking
And
about
this will be my one and only announcement for everyone, because at this point I'm just sick and tired of fighting for Stadia. It is now free for everyone. You don't need to be invited. You don't have to spend $130. You just sign up and you're in. All you have to pay for now,
2 months.
And they give you 2 months of Pro. But I doubt my viewership has 4K monitors out the wazoo, so they don't have to worry about that.
For the games.
Oh yeah, the free games for the 2 months. That's right. So you can play Destiny, SteamWorld Dig, Grid, Serious Sam Collection, a bunch of other ones. I don't remember what the hell the other ones are. Destiny 2,
Guild,
I think was added too. You're right. Stackling, is it Stacklings or some shit? Some other stuff.
We still need to play. We still need to be Darksiders.
And Darksiders, that's another backlog. We have too
much shit, dude.
Yeah.
All this before September. I don't know.
Yeah, it's easy. And that's it. That's my only PSA. I'm done pushing it. It's fucking free, and my friends list has not increased. So
I was thinking of just getting Division on Stadia, but then I don't go anywhere, and especially now I'm not going anywhere. I haven't left the house since I started working remotely. We just use Instacart.
How long is that?
March 27th.
Jeez.
I just open my window now. Pretend I'm outside.
Yeah, but Publix is right down the street from you guys.
Yeah, but mom's not gonna risk that, so she just got Instacart. And they'll bring the bags, and then I'm assuming she cleans the bags as well before opening and does all the other stuff. So there's definitely no Corona going in there.
She like built her own quarantine, like
Yeah.
what is that junk called? Air pressurized room or
Yeah.
whatever?
Depressurizing.
Yeah.
Did I say May or March?
March. I think it's, I don't know what you said, but it's
No,
March.
since March 27th, like last month. That's how long I haven't left my home.
Jeez. Lit. All right, now I got him. Hold on. Here you go, guys. This is Kelsey standing. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Or like this, and then just put him
Now
here.
he's back.
Oh. Bam. Just put this right here.
I want to play more Tekken too, but I
That's
just have to
right
find
there.
time.
Let's get it. Oh shit. I gotta put him. What's going on here? He's above cute things. Let's put him here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, put him back. Oh no. What's going on?
Everything.
Oh no. Okay, I got it. Everyone relax. I'm supposed to end this show.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Here we go. Gucci.
Did Kelsey say what he was doing?
Yeah. He said he's not doing much of anything this week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Did Bryant say?
Yes, sir. Oh, I guess I can do this. No, I can't.
Yeah, I think they didn't finish saying it, I think, because we started talking about Division.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, and the PSA for the Stadia. So that's about it. It's free. You can get in. There's no excuse anymore. So I'm a defeated man, Randall. Don't look at me like that. I tried, and no one gave a shit. So
Anthony, that's just me with Skullgirls. I'm pretty sure I'm half of their sales.
I know that game sold pretty well. That's how they
Because of
funded
me.
Indivisible. Well, part of it, because Indivisible also did a Kickstarter too. But
Yeah.
all right,
Sorry. Don't mean to keep coughing into the fucking mic.
it's
Shut
fine.
the fuck up.
We're just wrapping up here. That's it, dude. I'm out. TF2 this week and probably the Division.
And COD.
Oh no! And yeah, and then I still have Dog Uri to play.
Yeah, you do.
It's basically like the old classic old game, but he plays a dog samurai. So I might play that and get through that, see how that game plays.
I don't even feel like playing Siege, but I'm done. I don't know. Like, that's the thing about Battle Pass is that you're paying to commit to play the game.
And that's good or bad depending on the game you're playing and how
Yeah, like,
much
I
you
like
enjoy
the
it.
game, but it's fun casually when I'm over here just fucking
Sweating it out.
cracking it out. Yeah, trying to get cosmetics for someone that I like looking at. And then they put those things at the end of the pass, basically.
That sucks.
Like dots.
I fucking love my battle pass, dude. In Division, I'm having a blast. I put the directives on, get a shitload of XP. I'm just cranking through it. It's great.
That's the other reason why I want to get the DLC for that. Let's finish the podcast and I'll talk about it.
Yeah. And then yeah, Call of Duty is having a double XP weekend this weekend, so I'll see if I can round up some troops so we can play some Call of Duty, get some double XP. I have it installed on my second computer here, up to date, ready to go, shoot up some guys, you know.
Full caps from Gomas.
So that's probably what I got going this week. That's about it. That wraps up ADLR Podcast episode 90. You can go to www.adlrplays.com for a one-stop shop of all my content. You can go to adlr.tv/merch to buy some merch, swag yourself out in ADLR shit. ADLRplays.com/contact is currently closed because we're currently airing, but after the show, I'll reopen it up for fan mail and topics for next week. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.